Oh, Captain. Got a minute?
A minute? He hasn't eaten at all in 3 days.
Miss Chapel.
No.
What's this?
That's so crazy that's Deanna Troy's mom. That's so amazing.
No idea who that is.
Don't worry about
Mr. Spock hasn't been eating.
Carry on, Miss Chapel. It was time for his routine checkup. Your first officer said, I shall certainly break your neck.
it. Jeez.
That does not sound Spock.
If I want anything from you, I'll ask for it.
Whoa.
I should like to request a leave of absence on my home planet. I have made my request, Captain.
Is it mating season for the Vulcans? What's
That's
going on?
so funny that you say that. I can't remember what it's called.
Is
but
it?
I'm curious if it's that. What is it
'Cause
called?
that's you. They're in heat?
No, there's a term for it.
Okay. Oh, like a Star Trek-y made-up term? Okay.
Yeah, a made-up-y.
5-year
The
mission
music is a lot
to explore
grander.
a strange new world.
Interesting.
Cool.
Whoa!
Whoa, there's a voice!
Oh no.
We have a budget now. We can afford a singer. I love seeing this progression, this growth of the show.
Undignified for a woman to play servant to a man who is not hers.
You've never asked for a leave of any sort. If there's a problem, some illness in the family.
No.
Since the shore facilities there are excellent.
No, I must...
It is mating season.
Oh, what's...
he's
Oh,
holding
my
a weapon.
God.
What's wrong?
I need rest.
I need to get laid. Sorry.
I wonder if Zoidberg's thing is from this. Futurama.
Oh.
Mating season for them, they turn into super violent, like angry crab creatures. It's pretty funny.
On course, on schedule. First Officer Spock seems to be under stress.
Something's coming in on the Starfleet channel.
Inauguration ceremonies, Altair 6, have been advanced 7 solar days.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Compute course and speed necessary for compliance.
Uh-oh.
I'll see that you get your leave as soon as we're finished. How far behind schedule will diverting to Vulcan put us?
We're on course for Vulcan, Captain.
Oh, he already... Oh, dear.
Come with me.
Yeah, what's going on with him?
Deck 5.
I do not know why, nor do I remember doing it.
Trying to help you, Spock.
Ask me no further questions.
I order you to report to the sickbay.
Sickbay.
And he's half Vulcan.
Yeah.
What's it like for a full one during whatever this is? I'm still standing by mating season, but...
Yeah, I don't know.
And also, I'm curious what a female Vulcan looks like.
Pointy ears. Eyebrows.
Well, but like a full species though, right? Not half. Or I guess maybe they just, yeah, it would just be another person with pointy ears and eyebrows and a bowl cut.
My orders were to give you a thorough physical. Yield to the logic of the situation.
Okay, that hand twitch.
Yeah, he's fighting with something.
First we're going to Vulcan, then we're going to Altair.
I think I'm going to get spacesick.
You've got to get Spock to Vulcan. Within a week, 8 days at the outside, he'll die.
Do Vulcans molt? Like, is he shedding skin? What happens?
There's a growing imbalance of body functions. But if it isn't stopped somehow, emotional pressures will simply kill him.
What?
Did he find out he had a daughter? I don't know.
Why would he be dying then?
I don't know.
Just alimony.
McCoy has given me his medical
God.
evaluation of you.
Oh my god, is it
something only
arranged
your planet
marriage?
can do for you?
Oh my God.
Like they do in India? When you're a kid, you pair
You've
the
been
kid
called the
with
best
another
first officer in the
family's
fleet.
kid.
If I have to lose that first officer, I want to know why.
It is a thing no outworlder may know. Even we do not speak of it among ourselves. There are some things which transcend even the discipline of the service.
I'll treat this as totally confidential.
It has to do with biology.
It is. Just brimming with Vulcan spunk.
Ew. Jesus.
Vulcan.
Don't say
Biology.
S word.
There's no need to be embarrassed about it, Mr. Spock. It happens to the birds and the bees.
If any creature as proudly logical were to have their logic ripped from them, how do Vulcans choose their mates?
The rest of us assume that it's done quite logically.
Is it fighting? That's why the adrenaline?
We shield it with ritual. It strips our minds from us. It is the Pon Far.
The Pon Far.
Okay.
That's, yeah.
I'd hope that would be spiritless. The ancient drives are too strong. We are driven by forces we cannot control.
I haven't heard a word you've said. I'll get you to Vulcan somehow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure like if we ever meet other alien species, they would see it like there's some weird humans just have to do. Like every few hours, we just have to eat. Like hunger can become an unignorable
Spock,
pain.
Lieutenant Uhura here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I wouldn't make such a request.
The Altair 6 is no ordinary matter. Our appearance there is a demonstration of friendship and strength.
I know the Altair situation.
You can't go off to Vulcan against Starfleet orders.
I owe my life a dozen times over. Isn't that worth a career? Laying a course for Vulcan.
Course already plotted. Laying it in, sir.
I know the purpose is so that Kirk has to make this, difficult choice, but like,
Yeah.
it's kind of weird that Starfleet just doesn't know about this requirement yet will have a Vulcan as, high commanding position. Like, it can't be the first time this has happened.
Maybe it is, though. It could be this is the very first time. Because, like, we don't know how long humans have had relationships with Vulcans.
Oh, that's true.
And, like, I think this is the first time.
Yeah.
We are bound for Vulcan.
Would you make me some of that lo mein soup?
I'd be very glad to do that, Mr. Spock.
This is kind of sad. It's like they're playing it like she loves him.
Mm-hmm.
But then we know that he's going to have to go to Vulcan.
Bone.
Would you beam down to the planet's surface and stand with me? The male is accompanied by his closest friends.
Requesting permission to assume standard orbit.
Permission granted. Stand by to activate your central viewer, please.
That's it. Female Vulcan.
I await you.
Are they like soul bonded or whatever the equivalent is?
My wife.
Oh, So yeah, I think they were like betrothed when they were younger. That was the photo. Yeah. Or not betrothed, but like already married.
She's been held by us for more than 2,000 Earth years.
The Vulcan lady, I liked that. She's like so unemotional.
Yeah.
Vulcans killed to win their mates.
Okay.
Wish the breeze were cooler. You said T'Pring was your wife?
By our parents' arrangement, less than a marriage, but more than a betrothal. Our minds were locked together. We would both be drawn to Kunut Khalifi.
I wonder if there's like reservations about this because he's half Vulcan. Do they have?
I mean, obviously not. Like, I think it would have.
I don't know. Maybe his parents had to give a lot away to get this betrothal.
Oh.
You know who that is?
How? Officiating at Spock's wedding?
Do you think Bones
Gus.
and Kirk are gonna have to fight some people for Spock? Like
It's a 3v3?
here are my champions.
Oh, the hand thing. Okay. I've seen this. I know this. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't see that in the first season, hey?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Are our ceremonies for outworlders?
They are my friends. This is Kirk.
And they are called?
Leonard McCoy, ma'am.
How does the pledge their behavior?
With my life.
What they are about to see comes down from the time of the beginnings, is the Vulcan soul. This is our way.
Okay.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Has she decided she doesn't want to marry him, maybe? Like in the years that he's been gone, she like fell for someone else or something?
He's not worthy?
I don't know.
His hammer's too small? What's going on?
I don't know.
Wow, they really cropped that shirt around that guy's nipples. Just.
Wait, I didn't notice.
She will choose her champion.
Okay, so it is like a champion sort of situation.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna choose him.
To speak with him, Kirk. He will not speak with thee again.
I mean, I don't.
I'm pretty spot on so far with this episode.
She doesn't want him?
He will have to fight for her. The prince, he will choose thy champion.
This one.
Good call.
I say this because I'm fairly certain that Futurama episode is just a rip-off of this.
Be silent.
Or reference to this,
Hear
rather.
me. The woman is right.
I like the bells. It's so silly.
Our laws and customs are not binding on thee.
Did they say it's a fight to the death or just until one submits? I think it's to the death, right?
No, it can't be. That's insane.
It's survival of the fittest. That's just nature.
The show wouldn't like kill off Spock or Kirk.
No, I don't think they will. They will find a way out.
The choice has been made, Spock.
Yeah,
It is
I guess.
up to him now.
I think it's a fight to death.
His blood does not burn.
Thy Vulcan blood is thin.
I burn to vow. My heart is flame.
He has prided thyself.
Man, I don't doubt there's like Star Trek RPGs, loads of them, and I hope there are some where if you get to play as a Vulcan, there are just times where you are in berserk mode and
Oh, that's
like,
awesome! Yeah,
you might randomly attack your allies or something. Like
every
just,
11 years in game.
Yeah, well, whatever, right? Just like a story points.
I don't think I've ever played a Star Trek game except for like Bridge Crew
interfere.
in VR.
This is great.
Yeah, this is a great kickoff to a season.
I can knock Spock out without really hurting him.
In this climate?
Kirk can't win because then she has to marry Kirk, right?
I guess.
Whoa. Things are going topsy-turvy.
Things are going amok, you mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I disregarded Starfleet orders to bring him here. How can I back out in front of her?
It is done.
I accept the challenge.
I like the continuity of like the Vulcans aren't sweating and the humans are.
Bring forth the Lirpa.
Okay.
Special Vulcan weapon.
Okay, it's a spade axe? Yeah, it's a fight to the death, dude, I think.
This combat is to the death.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like that's so unfair. Like you gotta tell someone it's to the death before it starts. Like before they commit to it. It's not. Yeah.
Who said anything about a fight to the death?
I can forgive such a display only once. It has begun.
I bet there's gotta be like super Star Trek-y couples out there that on their wedding day, the groom just like stood there with the hands.
Oh my God.
Spock did. Or wedding night, I guess. Ooh.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh no.
But how does this, how do they conclude with this?
Spock, no! Is this Vulcan chivalry? The air's too hot and thin for Kirk. I can compensate with the atmosphere and the temperature with this.
We may proceed.
They're really bending the rules for two humans.
Yeah.
Like, for something that's like since the beginning of their time.
You're gonna have to kill him, John.
Jesus.
It's a triox compound. It'll help you breathe.
He's just eating up the not being able to breathe.
The unwound.
Oh.
Oh. Well, he really has a disadvantage because he didn't even know how to use this yet.
Pinch him, Kirk. Pinch him. I guess you're probably not allowed to pinch in this fight. Oh my god. Can Kirk just play dead and then get transported back to the Enterprise? And it's like,
Oh,
he died and then disappeared. Oh my god.
He's dead.
Yeah, get him back, get him back. Two to
Have
beam
the
up.
transporter room stand by to beam up the landing party. As strange as it may seem, Mr. Spock, you're in command.
I'll follow you up in a few minutes.
so
I must surrender myself to the authorities.
Yeah, if they're playing up that Kirk is actually dead, then first thing.
Ooh, I have
What?
another prediction.
Yeah,
The
me
injection
too.
is like a fake.
a feigned death.
Explain.
Specify. Stan wanted me, I wanted him.
Oh, you could just said that.
Yeah.
You have become much known among our people, Spock. I came to know that I did not want to be the consort of a legend. There was also Stan, who wanted very much to be my consort. Oh, Victor, you would free me because I had dared to challenge, and I would have your name and your property.
Logical. Flawlessly logical. She is yours.
He does look like a guy that would be named Stan. Like his face is Stani. That makes sense.
Live long and prosper, Spock.
I've killed my captain and my friend.
Yeah, 100% that injection was a feigned
Yeah,
death.
that's my guess.
Something-
Yeah. Like reduces heart rate to something super low.
I mean, they didn't even check.
Yeah, they just took
It
the
was
word.
just-
For,
yeah.
yeah. It's cool though. I really like this. Like I'm always happy to see more alien culture and whatever.
I shall be resigning my commission immediately, of course.
No need.
Mm-hmm.
Spock, Doctor, please, let me finish.
Okay, they're really gonna milk this.
Oh, look at his smile.
Wow! Outburst of emotion, genuine emotion.
Well, he's half human.
That was no Triox compound he's shopping with.
Indeed.
Nurse, would you mind, please? Spock, what happened down there? The girl, the wedding.
When I thought I had killed the captain, I found I had lost all interest in T'Pring.
Message from Starfleet Command, top priority.
Oh yeah.
Response to T'Pol's request for diversion, hereby approved.
Lay in a course for Altair 6, leave orbit when ready.
You weren't on the verge of giving us an emotional scene that would have brought the house down. Your reaction was quite logical. In a pig's eye.
That I don't really know what that means, but I get it.
Either,
Like
yeah, I get the point. Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, that was really good. I was really hoping for. I know it wouldn't happen because it's at the end, but like, can you imagine if Starfleet calls him back and it's like, "Well, you weren't there, so we're at all out war now because you didn't show up." Amok Time, not. I feel like there could have been a better name.
I agree. It was, I mean, no, you know what? I take it back. I like that the name was very deceiving because like I would have never in a million years guessed that title would lead to what we just watched. So I'm cool with it.
Yeah, or just call it Ponfar because it would be the first time it was introduced.
That's true. They definitely could have gotten away with that. Although I wonder if I had heard that, if I would have remembered that that's what that was. Probably.
Yeah.
I think yes. I think once I heard it, I was like, yeah, that's it.
That was really good. That was I want more cultures.
Yeah.
Of other aliens. I want more costumes, more weird customs and confusions with the humans and stuff like that. So
yeah. Good stuff.
That's great.
It's been almost the same. A strange lack of intelligent life on the planet.
Well, let's carry out the standard procedures on Pollux 4.
Aye, sir.
There's nothing like a wee bit of coffee to get you back in shape. Join me, Carolyn?
Could you get that excited over a cup of coffee?
I'm not sure I like that, Jim. One day she'll find the right man, off she'll go. Out of the service.
The 60s.
Yes, the 60s. Listen, it was so important for a woman
details, stand by.
to
Standing by, sir.
Find the right man.
find a man so that she can live her life.
Approximate age 4 billion years.
Cartographic sections, implement standard orders.
What in the name of...
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Am I
seeing things?
Okay, are we having another god power being episode?
A field of energy.
That looks like a giant hand.
Yeah.
It's almost as if it means to grab us.
Holy
Wow, they really committed to that one. That guy really got hurt at the bottom.
Oh, God.
Okay, space hand grabbed them.
Okay, so what I was thinking is, how funny would it be if they show this like big hand and then they turn and just fly away and the episode's actually about something else? But yeah, like just going back to one of the like lieutenants like joining Starfleet to find a husband. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Going to college to find a husband, absolutely nothing wrong with that. Like back in those days, like a woman couldn't even open her own bank account.
Yeah, I was gonna say the actress in this episode couldn't open a bank account for like another like 6 years or something like that.
Exactly. It's like people who judge.
From the context of the show at the time, that makes total sense. I read that this morning. Someone wrote about that thing of like 1974 of not able to open an account. And they're like, they wrote, your grandma wasn't in love with your grandpa forever. She was shackled, literally.
Yeah.
By the foot, like.
Approaching Pollux 4, a planet in the Beta Geminorum system.
What's the wicked witch's name? Alphaba? It's just Alphaba's hand.
Play our position and circumstances to Starbase 12 immediately. Full impulse power forward and back. Aye, aye, sir. So soon. Applying thrust, sir.
Yeah, I feel like you're gonna be quite nothing compared to a giant hand in space.
What if they like warp full speed ahead and just cut through the hand? No, that would destroy the ship. I don't know.
The ship is almost completely encircled by the field. It is definitely not living tissue.
Our forward tractor beams adjust to repel. Ineffective, Captain.
What?
Activity on hailing channel 3, sir.
You are most welcome, my beloved children.
What the hell are you talking about?
You have made me proud. The long wait has ended.
Are you responsible for stopping the ship?
You have the same fire, all like your father's, Agamemnon.
Oh, we're doing a Greek episode, okay.
1,000 GSC and climbing.
Is he a Greek god? Like, are we literally doing that? Because he's got the stuff in his hair, too, and he's naming all the Greek legends.
Yeah, how'd he get out to space?
Being so far.
He's just always been in space.
That was your first lesson. Remember it. Do not bring that one, the one with the pointed ears.
Oh.
Jeez.
Pan always bored me.
Oh. Okay.
You are returning home.
Not him. Not because I'm racist, but because that guy bored me.
Verbose, isn't he?
Insulted, Spock. We'll tackle him together.
What am I doing down here, Doctor?
Oh, you're the A&A officer, aren't you?
Come on.
Okay. Yeah, they're just doing a full Greek episode. Okay, so is he Apollo because he's got a lyre?
You know of Earth? You've been there?
I breathed upon it, and spring returned. Your fathers knew me, and your fathers' fathers. I am Apollo.
Yeah, makes sense.
But where's the golden hair?
I never met a god before.
And you haven't yet.
We knew your Earth well 5,000 of your years ago. You will not leave this place.
Okay. Are Greek gods aliens?
Enterprise, come in.
Oh, maybe that's why.
That's
where Ubisoft got the idea for the Isu.
But you're no god to us, mister.
I said you would worship me. Let the lesson begin. Welcome to Olympus.
Look up my skirt in despair. Cool. Let's see the other gods. Got the lyre with the Apollo. What else?
Rig all transmission circuits for maximum power generation. I want a complete sensor scan of the planet.
Aye, sir.
Fascinating.
Analysis.
Twin brother of Artemis, son of the god Zeus, and Leto, a mortal.
This thing?
Obviously, he has some knowledge of Earth.
I think the appearance of all this is for our benefit.
Whatever he is, sir, he seems to control a remarkable technology.
Scout around with your tricorders. Find the source of that power. Boom.
Yeah, Apollo would love Spock. God of logic and math, too.
What if he is really Apollo? We're willing to talk.
We are quite capable of some wrath ourselves.
To save, to cherish, or to destroy at my will.
Maybe because we watched Stargate pretty recently, but that's where I'm thinking right now. Like an alien mistaken as a god by ancient people, humans, and then...
You seem wise for a woman.
Rude.
You would do Aphrodite credit.
Leave her alone.
You protest?
We have a coffee date.
Did he just shoot lightning?
How'd you do it?
I've grown weary of discussion and argument.
All the working parts are fused.
She's like, never mind, Scotty. I'm gonna stay here.
Oh, God. Wow, he got f***ed up. Okay. Just...
One wrong move from her and he could kill her.
Captain, we've got to stop him.
She volunteered to go with him. No more unauthorized action against Apollo or whatever he is.
Yeah, it's true. He was like gonna shoot him just because he was talking to her.
Besides, you stiff-necked thistlehead, you could have gotten yourself killed.
God, he doesn't believe in gods.
Apollo's no god. He could have been taken for one, though.
Yeah. Like Stargate. I mean, it's Stargate like this.
Especially if they had the power to alter their form at will.
Makes sense, yeah.
Ready to reverse polarity, Mr. Sulu? Cut power, Mr. Sulu. We must restore communications with the landing party.
Located the landing party, sir, but one of them seems separated from the other four.
There seems to be a radiated energy pulsation coming from the planet.
Find out where it is not. A simple process of elimination.
Yes, sir. The whole planet.
I hope they're not restricted to just one guy being Apollo. I want to see the others.
What happened to the others?
The Earth changed. The fathers changed.
Yeah, like
they need worship to exist? Yeah.
In a real sense, we were gods. We could have struck out from Olympus and destroyed. There's an empty place without worshippers. Even for a god, there's a point of no return. But I knew you would come. I knew you would come to the stars one day. Gods took mortals to them to love, to care for. We were gods of passion.
There is a repeated occurrence of registrations.
A powerful field of energy is being generated around here somewhere.
Some creatures can generate and control energy with no harm to themselves. The fluffy...
Not the whole encyclopedia, Chekhov.
It sounds like he called him Jack off. All right.
Taps a flow of energy and channels it through his body.
There's an extra organ in his chest that I can't even make a guess about.
Okay.
What have you done, honey?
What did Kirk say, Scotty?
Wow,
Holy
he flew far.
That floor is slidey.
Scotty doesn't know.
Good. Severe shock.
I need a version of Scotty doesn't know in like this scenario. Ooh.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh. He definitely had to pivot that way, otherwise it's just camera right up his junk.
I must sit down this way to avoid. Yeah, 100%.
An upskirt. Oh, he's fading again. Okay. Recharging time?
Yeah, something like
Every
that.
time he showcases abilities, right? When he became giant, he has to disappear for a bit.
Are you all right, Captain? Apollo looked very strange when he disappeared. Tired or in pain.
How do you feel? I can't get my arm to move. He's keeping a force field on the ship, and he's expending energy down here. If we can provoke him, he'll be drained enough so the rest of us can jump. It's a chance we'll have to take.
And you don't have a non-main character actor.
Yeah.
The sacrifice.
I'm connecting the bypass
I mean, the
circuit
newest
now,
one
sir.
is Chekhov, but he's been in season 2, he's been in both episodes so far.
Is essential, Lieutenant.
Mr. Spock, I haven't done anything like this.
I can think of no one better equipped to handle it, Miss Uhura.
Yeah, I feel like the new
Mr.
Chekhov
Sulu.
character is going to stick around because he's had a lot of lines. Unlike the random
Red
crews
shirts.
that show up, yeah.
Yeah.
Might be able to punch some holes through it to shoot through. We'll take these equations to the nuclear electronics lab.
Now, where did she go when she disappeared?
I tried to be compassionate toward your kind.
Your tricks don't frighten us, neither do you.
I could sweep you out of existence with a wave of my hand.
Mankind has no need for gods.
I offer you eternal rest and happiness according to the ancient ways. What I ask for, I insist upon.
We're busy. Look after the girl.
Go!
They're just laughing at him.
You shall reap the rewards of your insolence.
Oh, don't! How can they worship you if you hurt them?
You're f***ing up the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
I shall be lenient with you.
Damn. She didn't know the plan, though. I don't blame her.
No, I know.
Be sure your artisans bring tools. You will dismantle your ship for the supplies you need. I shall be patient no longer.
Captain, we've got to do something.
More good ideas, Jim?
Yes, I have. Fools. Man thinks he's progressed. They're wrong. There is an order of things in this universe. Because you have the sensitivity to understand, you become the mother of a new race of gods. And I shall love you. For time without end, you shall complete me. And I you.
Oh, dear.
Come in. Kirk to Enterprise. Come in. How old are you?
22, sir.
Then I'd better handle it.
I love that in this show, with a character like Spock, they're like, we need a nerdier character. let's create one.
He wants us to live in peace.
All right, Lieutenant, you can come down from Mount Olympus now. You've got work to do. We can't give him that worship. None of us can, especially you.
I just realized something.
What?
Out of all like these people, she might be the most expendable as a character.
Yeah,
and on the ship. Reject him and we have a chance to save ourselves.
He's kind and he wants the best for us.
Give me your hand. Your hand. Human flesh against human flesh. We share the same history. Man or woman, it makes no difference. We're human. That's where our duty lies.
I understand.
Can she do it?
Yeah.
I know it's a product of its time, and so I'm really looking forward to the show as it progresses past the point where like it's always a weak-willed woman who's like ready to throw away everything and everyone.
I think you can try it now, sir.
Because we've had quite a few of those already.
But he's so attractive and partially shirtless.
Enterprise to Captain Kirk.
What's a girl to do?
We've pinpointed a power source on the planet's surface. We can negate sections of it, creating openings.
Fire on my order only, and cut it fine. We'll be standing nearby. If that structure is the source of his power, I want to know where he is when we attack it.
Spock doesn't have any
sounds like a dirty word. Spock.
We've got to wait until Carolyn comes back.
He didn't have any questions like Apollo. Jesus.
The way you ape human behavior is remarkable. I've never encountered a specimen like you before. I must get on with my work now. My particular specialty is ancient civilizations. Well, surely you know I've only been studying you. I could no more love you than I could love a new species of bacteria.
Oh, ouch. She really spurned him.
I order you to stay.
Oh, he's really calling lightning.
Prepare to fire on my signal, Kirk out.
I think the one part I'm still a little bit unclear on is his explanation of where the other gods are. Like, they didn't die, but they dissipated because they don't have worship, or
yeah, like they were so lonely that they decided to
they gave up.
Stop.
Right.
Being.
Except for him. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not because like there's no worshiper, so they die. Like gods.
They chose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire those phasers.
Captain, you're too close.
Orbital bombardment. Oh, that's a lot smaller than I thought it would be.
Ooh. Wow, I really thought it was going to be some sort of like explosion. Is he going to make... Oh, yeah, okay.
I really like this. I'll save it for after, but there's something about this
I feel bad for him. I mean, I'm obviously not on his side, but I feel bad for him.
This is because he's kind of hot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Weak-willed woman. Sorry.
I'll get you for that.
Yeah, no, it's because they're like, they repeat on the loneliness part. So it's,
yeah,
you know, they're not trying to enslave people like the Stargate. Raw.
Hot man is sad. Now I am sad.
I didn't say that. That's not me. Making fun of you.
I can make fun of me.
I would have loved you as a father loves his children.
You asked for something we can no longer give.
I loved you. I've shown you my open heart.
Ooh.
Those are real tears, too. Those are not, like...
Yeah.
Fake.
You were right. The time has passed. Take me.
Oh, it is very sad.
It's really sad.
It's because he's not exactly evil about it. He is just lonely.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
And that's it. Okay.
And yeah, that's really It's not even that he's like in the wrong. It's just like Kirk was right. Like they've outgrown this. They don't need him anymore the way people did.
There's something really cool about that too, because that's the actual thing that Zeus fears.
Would it have hurt us, I wonder, just to have gathered a few laurel leaves?
Wow.
I really like that one because I can feel, I guess, Gene Roddenberry's like kind of appreciation or love letter to these old myths and stuff like that, right? Like we don't have to worship them, but like it wouldn't hurt to
don't forget
pay respect a little bit. Because that's kind of where the civilization came from, at least European civilization, right? Like it's, it's cool. Because like, and the other thing is, and also because we watched Prometheus recently, but like, if I remember my lore correctly, after Zeus overthrew his dad Kronos, the curse placed upon him is that Zeus, your children, i.e. humanity, will someday overthrow you or like forego you.
Right.
And then that's why he was so mad and punished Prometheus for giving humanity fire. Because now we have the tools to start like
outgrowing
making
them.
things for ourselves and not rely on the gods.
Yeah.
Cool. And that's why Prometheus got punished. So it's great. Like the themes behind it.
The star in this system is still intact.
Nothing but debris where we charted 7 planets last year.
Yikes.
7 planets destroyed in such a short time.
Yeah. And like a nomad guy destroyed like 3 planets in the system. Like that.
Yeah, that's a doomsday machine.
Yeah.
Matt Decker's in command. What could have happened to him?
By configuration, a starship. Stopped in space. She appears to be drifting.
Approach course, Mr. Sulu.
Okay, this is not important, but what determines what kind of shirt the captain wears? You know, like...
Yeah.
Why? Whoa, that's an Enterprise.
She may have been wrecked by whatever destroyed these solar systems.
Yeah, so they find a doomsday machine that has destroyed 7 planets.
And it's on the ship.
It's
Maybe, or it is the ship.
To explore.
Or the real doomsday machine are the friends we make along the way.
Well, that's obvious. Ooh.
Initiate full census scan of the immediate area for any other vessel.
But there's heavy subspace interference. It's almost blocking the signal.
Reserve energy banks operative at a very low power level. The rest of the ship seems able to sustain life.
Stand by battle stations. You're in command.
Acknowledged.
I may have asked this before. How big is the Enterprise?
Well, it has like 400 people on it.
Is it like a city size? Is it like...
I'm not sure.
Filtration systems are out, sir.
Why don't you come with me?
Come along, lad.
Because like 100 people can be spaced out into a giant hotel or squeeze into a submarine, right?
Oh.
Like it's...
Well, I think everyone has like their own quarters.
Yeah. So that disc, that's the main part of the ship, is like massive. Then it's got to be like the size of an arena, maybe.
Whatever happened didn't happen without a warning. No survivors, No bodies either.
The surface temperature of the inner planet is that of molten lead.
The wood drive, that's a hopeless pile of junk. Computer system is still intact. We can play back the duplicate captain's log.
Oh. Okay. There's...
Okay.
They're breathing. Are they supposed to be breathing? Or is that just because...
It's Jim Kirk. Commodore Decker?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Masada reports the fourth planet seems to be breaking up.
We tried to contact Starfleet.
What happened to your crew?
Oh, I had to beam them down. Last man aboard the ship. That's what you're supposed to do, isn't it?
But if he beamed them all down to a planet that got destroyed?
Yeah.
Right out of hell, I saw it. They begged me for help. 400 of them.
Oh my god. Okay.
Something crashed through the deflectors and knocked out the generators.
It destroys planets, chops them into rubble. Pure anti-proton. Absolutely pure.
She was attacked by what appears to be essentially a robot. It is therefore self-sustaining as long as there are planetary bodies.
Okay.
Oh my god.
A huge rogue weapon.
Yeah.
However, Mr. Sulu has
Who keeps making these things?
Yeah, seriously. They need to stop.
The most densely populated section of our galaxy.
A machine like that, who would build it?
Do you think it has to do with anything that was like the other part of the Nomad?
Oh.
It just sounds so similar.
Something like the old H-bomb was supposed to be. Somebody used in a war uncounted years ago.
Oh, forget about your theories. That thing is on the way to the heart of our...
He reached a lot of... That's a big conjecture, yeah.
I stay here. I'm not leaving my ship.
There's no ship to leave. You go back to the Enterprise with the doctor and let him help you. Beam Dr. McCoy and Commodore Decker on board immediately.
Yeah, this episode already hits completely different than like the last three.
Mm-hmm.
It's the tone and everything is...
Red alert. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's...
Ah!
It's kind of creepy. It's a giant robotic dune worm.
Yeah.
Sensors indicate some kind of total conversion drive.
Can you get it to swallow itself by like tricking it into like a... I don't know.
What are the chances of deactivating it?
I would say none, Captain. This machine precludes the possibility of easy access to its control.
He described it as a giant bomb, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a rogue AI. It's just like a leftover landmine kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Ooh.
Captain, we've been attacked. Transporter is damaged. We're taking evasive action.
Spock, come in, Spock. Well, we just can't stand around while our ship is being attacked. The impulse engines are still in fair shape. I might coax them and get moving.
No casualties, Mr. Spock.
Transporter and communications under repair. We'll maintain a discreet distance and circle back to pick up the captain.
180-degree turn, hard about.
You're not the captain of this ship.
I am exercising my option under regulations.
Oh, no.
You tried to destroy it once before, Commodore.
I made a mistake then. We were too far away. You have been relieved of command. Don't force me to relieve you of duty as well.
I'm just gonna say he's traumatized. He's acting out because this, I don't like him
it's
anymore.
revenge. It's personal. Blah blah blah. Yeah.
You are out of line. So are you.
Certify Commodore Decker medically or psychologically unfit for command.
Oh.
100% he can. I mean, the state of him when they found him should be sufficient enough.
You know I haven't had time to run an examination on him. You may leave the bridge, Doctor. Mr. Spock knows his duty under regulations, Doctor.
They saved his life, and he's just gonna leave Kirk? That's that's bad. Bad man. Ew, get the thing out of your mouth.
Okay. Someone needs to mutiny.
I don't think anyone would do that because they're like the crew of the Enterprise they're like good people, right? Like they're not gonna
let Kirk die.
The impulse engine's control circuits are fused solid. Worry about your miracles, Scotty. I'll worry about mine. Get to work.
It's a weird contraption.
I wonder how many of these random gadgets have been auctioned off over the years. There's got to be like collectors out there wanting all these.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Closing fast.
Deflector shields at full power.
Hold your course. Stand by all phaser banks.
But there must be an if when it comes down to like absolute command, right? When it's
Yeah, I think that the fact that they
helmsman.
rescued him and
Get
he
us in
was
closer.
in such like
yeah,
a state means that he
but
should.
like just
He's also
like,
endangering
orders that
everything.
will result in your death. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just 1 minute.
Oh my god.
I urgently recommend immediate withdrawal.
Enterprise, come in. Mr. Spock, come in.
Push these impulse engines too hard in the condition they're in, they'll blow apart.
Push it right to the edge.
Oh my god.
We're being held in a tractor beam. Attempted would be proof that you were psychologically unfit for command.
Thank God.
We can't break loose.
We need more power.
We haven't got it.
Seems hopeless. Very curious how it's gonna play
Yeah.
out.
Like I have sympathy for Decker, especially earlier when
totally.
he was describing how, you know, he had to like try to save his crew only to watch them all die. But, like,
100%, yeah.
yeah.
I'm on his side for all of that. It's just like
That'll do.
Yeah.
the recklessness since then is dumb. Oh god.
Keep that power coming.
Okay, she's going.
Okay. Take your ship back from Captain Ahab over there.
Can't move.
Keep pouring it on, Scotty. Well, we had some phasers.
You've got them.
Between the two of us, we'll kill that thing.
Mr. Scott, it worked.
Now they
Now
need
what?
to get out of there.
It's closing fast on the Constellation.
Standing by, sir.
Fire
Oh
phasers.
god, dude.
Give me some distance.
Yeah, Moby Dick needs to be a required reading for all captains in Starfleet.
We can maintain this speed for only 7 hours.
Then we'll have to fight it now before it gets any stronger.
We must transport the captain and the others from the Constellation.
We've pierced the interference locally.
Can you raise Starfleet?
Mr. Spock, I am still in command, and I will speak for this ship.
What's going on? Give me Mr. Spock.
I'm in command here, Jim.
And you're the lunatic who's responsible for almost destroying my ship? Mr. Spock, ship status.
Deflector shields down. Transporter under repair.
He's a bigger problem than the world-ending
Yeah.
bot.
Take evasive action, Mr. Sulu.
We are going to turn and attack.
I order you to assume
Pinch
command of my
him.
personal authority as captain of the Enterprise.
I don't recognize your authority.
Commodore.
You wouldn't
Get the
dare.
f- out of the chair.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
The bridge is yours.
I believe you are scheduled for medical examination. Change course, 70, Mark 21. We are taking an evasive course back to you.
Just make sure you stay ahead of it.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
This guy, seriously.
Should have pinched him. Come on, red shirt.
No, it doesn't seem like it.
Like the doomsday machine wasn't enough to battle. You gotta.
Yeah, I mean,
mess
like,
with
yeah,
this
it's like
guy.
a classic zombie story, right? It's the people are the worst,
Yeah.
as opposed to, you know, the mindless destruction.
The best I can give you on impulse is 1/3 power.
I'm plotting an intercept course.
Oh,
I mean, honestly, good riddance.
yeah.
Like, just let him
Yeah.
leave. Like, I feel bad for him because he's probably just it's you know.
Yeah, he's
gone
a
insane.
broken human being.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come in, shuttlecraft. Enterprise to shuttlecraft. Come in, shuttlecraft.
It's really
Come
sad.
in, shuttlecraft.
Decker here.
He is just Ahab. That's crazy.
I'm going to take this thing right down his
Oh.
throat.
Matt, you'll be killed.
I've been prepared for death. The commander is responsible for the lives of his crew. I should have died with mine.
You cannot succeed, Commodore.
That's so sad.
He's gonna Independence Day this.
I mean, is there anything on the shuttlecraft that could just like hurt the thing? Like, I don't.
Yeah, I feel like it's so tiny. It might not matter. It would be like
Starship Commander.
an asteroid hitting that giant robot. Like it. Oh no, it's pretty big.
Oh my god. Did it do anything to the thing?
I don't think so. No, yeah, just nothing.
Oh my god.
His own ship died. He caused severe casualties on the Enterprise and then blipped out. That's it.
Constellation, come in, please.
Sensors indicate a minute drop in the machine's power emanations. The shuttlecraft explosion might have done some damage.
Okay.
The object is still pursuing us.
Mr. Spock, the transporter is now operational.
So they just have to like fire into the maw.
Mr. Scott,
or crash the Constellation into it somehow?
Beam damage control
Did I
party
finally
aboard.
get something right?
Aye, aye, sir.
You get things right all the time.
Maybe Matt Decker didn't die for nothing. A fusion explosion of...
Yes.
I shall try to take further sensor readings.
The shape this thing's in, it's hard to keep it from blowing.
Set it and get up here as fast as you can.
Right away.
I'm gonna ram her right down that thing's throat. We've rigged a delayed detonation device.
Chances of survival are not promising. The transporter is not working at 100% efficiency.
Well, it's a mighty finicky piece of machinery to be gambling your life on, sir.
Press this one. 30 seconds later, poof. Prepare to beam Scotty on board.
Transporter, stand by.
Oh boy, okay. Yeah. That's not
count.
great.
30 seconds?
I mean, it has to work. They're not going to kill off
Yeah.
Kirk. That would be weird.
It's a power drain somewhere, sir. I almost lost you.
Transporter is out, Captain. You'll have to stand by.
Mr. Scott, speed is of the essence.
He's 2,000 miles from the planet, and closing fast. Rich, transporter operational.
Transporter operational, but just barely.
Prepare to beam me aboard on my signal.
Okay, flip the switch and go.
Stand by.
Steady by, sir.
I mean, why not just go now? It's a straight path, right? Oh no, he has to wait for 30 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise it can blow up too soon.
Yeah. Oh.
Beam me aboard.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
20 seconds to detonation.
Come on, Scotty.
60.
I suggest you beam me aboard.
10.
That's a good line. Okay. His entire back is just on fire. No, okay.
Energy output 0.
Disassemble it. Scrap it for parts. There's so much loot.
Sensors show all energy sources deactivated.
Tell Mr. Scott to expedite repairs on the warp drive. The H-bomb was the ultimate weapon. The first time such a weapon has ever been used for constructive purposes.
Can't help wondering if there are any more of those.
I found one quite sufficient.
Is that it? Okay. All right.
I like that one.
That was yeah, that was really good. That was one of the better ones, one of the good ones of this of the season so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even in its main antagonist, because I find that, you know, a lot of the villains or antagonists of the show tends to be just like a bit more simplistic of like, you know, mwahaha, I am evil. But this one, however irritating he got,
Yeah, it was reasonable.
I have sympathies for him because I understand why. He's a broken person.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And then he got his sort of redemption at the end there where like, I get it.
Yeah, that was good. That was really good. That was a really heavy one too. Like it immediately felt different within like a couple of minutes into the episode.
Yeah.
It felt like this is going to be something special. And same thing with like the even the effects of the Doomsday Machine. You know, it looked different.
Yeah,
not just the design, but like
no,
the
like
shots.
It was really cool to see something like that.
That was something different. Yeah.
Approaching Sigma Yosho 2, Captain.
Vocal contact from an official station.
All right, Lieutenant, put him on.
You're from the same outfit as the Horizon?
Yes, received her radio report last month.
The Horizon left here 100 years ago.
What?
Huh?
100 years late because it was sent by conventional radio.
Oh, geez.
We'll transport several people down.
Well, there's an intersection just at the end of the block.
Is this guy like living in like the past? Right? That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
Yes.
Will 5 minutes be all right?
Fine.
Scotty, you have the con.
Aye, sir. They must have interfered with the normal evolution of the planet.
The damage has been done, Doctor. We are here to repair it.
It's like the city at the edge of forever.
This is like coming home.
Home was never like this.
Passers-by are carrying, I believe, firearms.
Okay, you three.
Just, yeah,
Let's
so
see
casual.
So it's like gangster society?
You ain't gonna have no head to put your hands over.
Okay, cool. So this is the Untouchables episode. What the hell's my cat doing? Sorry. Chewing on the rug.
Sorry. Oh, God.
What?
I was just about to say something inappropriate.
Go on. We're just in the music title sequence, so say it.
So you're saying your cat's a rug muncher?
I guess so. I see I'm starting to have an influence on you.
He said some of the boys would meet you. Trying to make trouble?
Who, me?
Don't give me those baby blue eyes.
Do you think we should see him?
All right. Get moving. Down the street.
Okay, one thing I'm a little bit lost on. Are the people on this planet aliens? Or are they just like humans that were here and are stuck?
So,
That man's
I think
back there.
they are from this planet.
Okay, and they just happen to
So,
be
like
30s.
Get moving.
Okay.
It's the contamination you're looking for, Jim.
This culture in this state either. What happened?
Hey, Caleb, we ain't had a truck by in 3 weeks.
Write him a letter.
We're entitled to a little service for our money, huh?
They pay their percentages and the boss takes care of them.
Got him, boss. No sweat. All right, bring him in.
I mean,
So many guns.
It just sounds
everywhere.
like taxes. Pay your percentage and the boss takes care of you.
Which one of you guys are captain?
No, thank you. You're, Mr. Oxmix.
That's me, pal. Put the chopper down, Kalo. These guys are our guests. You gotta shoot my boys. Oh, you can't be too careful around here these days. There's always some punk trying to cut you out.
But there are other bosses, other territories.
Yeah, sure.
That's just a Chicago mobs?
Does that include, if I may ask, a gentleman called...
Chicago mobs of the 20s.
Of the 20s.
So, like, this species saw that and made it their...
Right, okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's an idea contamination, not disease. Okay.
How to be a mob guy.
Published in 1992.
They left it. The other ship, the Horizon.
It's like their holy book now, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want any more cracks about the book.
Did they leave any other books?
I brought you down here so you can help me, not for you to ask me.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
You give me all the heaters I need.
So you can carry out an aggression against your neighbors?
What aggression?
My orders are quite explicit.
I'm going to give you just 8 hours to give me the things I want.
So far, it sounds a lot like just how countries work.
Yeah. We found this book. These are the rules now.
We need weapons from more
I don't know what this
wealthier country. Give us the weapons, and then I could be the warlord, take over the...
Don't do that.
Yeah.
You could knock out the side of the building.
Give me about 100 of these fancy heaters, and we'll have no more trouble.
It's a communication device.
How does it work? Put them in the bag. Keep a sharp eye on them, you hear?
I mean, if you're so sure that you know, these people have super superior weapons. I feel like killing one of their members is not good for yourself either.
Hey, you.
Because then they would just come down and kill all of you.
Up there. I got your captain and his friends down here.
Am I to understand that you're holding the captain and his party?
I like to think that the book, like the Chicago mob book, also tells people like how to speak with like different certain inflection. It's like, this is how
Check the language banks and find out what
like a gangster
heater is.
Yeah, what is a heater? What if he just sends down a bunch of actual like heating devices? Just
that's funny.
Beat warmers.
They evidently seized upon that one book as the blueprint for an entire society.
Yeah, well, this Oxmix is the worst gangster of all.
This society must become united.
The Federation is responsible, and we've got to do something to straighten this mess out. Well, I've got an idea about that.
This card game is a kid's game.
You think so, huh?
On Beta Antares 4, they play a real game.
I can play anything you can figure out.
I don't know of any game.
Yeah, no.
The game is called Fizbin.
Fizbin.
Okay.
You got a half Fizbin already. What you need now is either a king and a deuce, except at night. How lucky you are! How wonderful for you! Now, what are the odds in getting a royal Fizbin?
I've never computed them, Captain.
For the last card, we'll call it a Kronk.
Vulcans can't
that?
lie, can they? What? I feel like they're very easily duped. That was so much effort just for this.
Oh my goodness.
Surely you're coming, Captain.
I will, but I'm bringing Bella Oxmix with me.
I love this idea of like people finding a book, and then making that their entire like civilization.
Yeah.
Okay, Pally,
I'm trying to think of like what book I would want to find.
Silmarillions.
Yeah.
The problem with that is none of it will work because there's no magic.
You do that very well. Amplitude modulation transmission. The Enterprise should answer.
That was the Jailbreakers. The makers of the sweetest little automatic in the world.
Confused Spock. It's great.
Enterprise, notify the transporter room 2 to beam up these coordinates.
Spock had a hard time immediately understanding that Kirk was lying and making it up.
Yes.
Is that, like, again, is that just a Vulcan thing? In which case, wouldn't it be really easy to lie to them? They would just take what you say at
I think
face
maybe
value?
it's because it was coming from Kirk and he's like always there to like correct him with the proper information, and he didn't. He's like, none of that makes sense, and then he was confused.
Krakow, Jojo Krakow.
Would you mind telling me how you even know who I am?
He can't make a date with a broad unless I know about it.
You can feel the strain on the actor's throat, voice.
Yeah.
You want to make a deal?
Hey, I like that.
Sharp, boss.
That's right, a deal.
You want heaters?
I know, Bella. He didn't offer you bean. Give me what I want, and I'll cut you in for, say, a third.
This planet has to be united. Now, you know that. Bella knows that.
The book tells us how to handle things.
This guy's very penguin.
Yeah. Yeah. Even
Like
got the hook
in
and nose
looks
and everything.
And and
Nobody argues, you
sound.
lean on him.
I just think your behavior is arrested.
I've never been arrested my whole life. You're liable to be sorry unless you come across.
No deal.
Yeah, how do you change this whole society that's already so ingrained in this identity and concept of
The only thing I
running
can think
things?
of is to like, maybe what he was trying to do is take the first boss guy up to the ship and show him all these other things of like,
Yeah.
or even like show them like the bad side of like, you know,
Yeah, but like
the
they
mob
seem
era.
to revere the book, right? So it's like how do you talk? Like it's like trying to talk someone out of like a religious state, for example.
Oh yeah, no, it's
Like
it's,
I feel like that's impossible to do.
yeah.
Futile, Doctor. No specifics.
Mr. Oxmix is making contact from the surface.
How'd you get back up there?
Irrelevant, since we are here. Why would he put a bag on our captain?
You guys got something I want. I can help you get your captain back. We'll call a truce. You come on down.
Since we must have our captain back, I accept. We must have the assistance of someone indigenous.
So,
okay, what is Kirk making here?
They can scan planets for life forms, and they've done so in the past where they can narrow it down pretty good for where some things are, and they can beam someone up as long as they have their coordination. Can't they just scan where Kirk is and then just beam him up?
There was a radio signal from where Spock was. They could use that specific
sound effect, boing. Sorry.
thing. But because Kirk doesn't have a communication device.
Right. But they can just scan where he is, no?
I don't know.
No,
he's within a few block radius. It's not like he got teleported across the planet, so...
Yeah.
I trust we shall not have to use them, but it is best to be prepared.
I feel like in later Star Treks, you can do that. Like, you can scan and find, like, things. But in this, it seems like it's very dependent on their communication devices.
Right, okay.
At least for transport, not for scanning.
Once again, prisoners of the chief criminal boss.
Pick up many more of these, I won't need your cooperation. Nobody helps nobody but himself.
You are employing a double negative.
I was actually just thinking that too. Oh, God.
The most cooperative man in this world is a dead man. Drop him.
Oh. This is...
You got away from Krakow. You know that ain't easy.
Did you find out anything from the computer?
Nothing useful.
What are we going to do now, Jim?
I'm gonna put the bag on Krakow.
Say, that's nice material.
It ought to be.
Nobody's gonna put the bag on me anymore.
All right.
Oh.
I still say, though, whenever they need to go to these planets and try to be...
Wheels, Mr. Spock.
Like, Spock is not a good person to bring on these missions when you gotta conceal yourself.
But
Gears.
yeah.
And they don't have Chinese people on this planet.
I believe they had a device known as a clutch. Clutch, Captain. Perhaps one of those pedals.
Oh, God. Oh,
so embarrassing.
It's very Mr. Beans.
You are an excellent starship commander, but as a taxi driver.
Now that could be a
kid just playing with knives.
Yep, just practicing
like,
how to shiv people.
Jesus.
We should be able to render them harmless with reasonable rapidity.
It's a hit, ain't it?
I beg your pardon.
Where'd you get them ears?
Young man.
See?
You gonna hit Krakow?
Yeah.
This is likely to be quite hazardous. If I
Hold on, Spock. What do you want?
A piece of the action.
Oh, there you go.
It's gotta be a thick percentage, or you wouldn't be trying to hit Krakow.
A piece of the action, if we can pull this thing off. What do we do?
You don't know what to do.
There's so much dry humor in this episode. I like it. Like a lot of these quiet moments of just...
What have they done to you? What have you done?
This is the second time now where they had a lot of like extensive pretenses just to do something.
He could have just walked up and pinched him.
Yeah.
No one can see.
I was wondering how I was gonna get you back, and here you deliver yourself.
I feel like this is Penguin.
When was Penguin created, I wonder?
Perhaps it would be wise to do as he says.
Like, I mean, like the new Penguin.
Yeah.
I feel like whoever, because like his face looks so similar.
Oh my God, what if we just... This is actually what Colin Farrell based his entire performance on.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
This is bigger than you, Ox Mix, or anyone. One of these can make a man a pretty big boss, you know.
Uh-huh.
All right, Krakow, we don't have time to show you how to play with toys. That's peanuts. We're taking over the whole ball of wax.
No interfering.
Who's interfering? We're...
This is such a fun episode. I love it.
We don't want to come in here and use our muscle, you know?
Like whatever he's doing right now is great.
Yeah.
He pulls the strings and then we pull his.
Oh, I can just see that little bit again, just him going,
Bring down your boys and whatever else you need.
Scotty, we made a deal with Krakow. He's standing about 12 feet in front of me. I'd like to show him the ship.
12 feet in front of me.
Yeah.
We'll need advisors and troops to back him up on the hit.
It'll be ready when you give the word.
You may begin, Mr. Scott.
Bye. What is what's that? Just shaking.
Well, you gotta shake him before you punch him.
That's why I keep losing fights.
You must be that Scott fella that Kirk was talking to.
Mind your place, mister, or you'll be wearing concrete galoshes.
Cement overshoes?
Aye.
Not as safe.
Are you afraid of cars?
Not at all, Captain. It's your driving.
The boss guy that's up in the ship now has to see, like, he has to, I don't know. That's the only way I can see.
Oh, not again.
Happening is he has to come around or something.
Keeps getting knocked
You all right? Fed snatch Krakow. I never seen anything like it. They're gonna hightail it back to his territory. We're gonna hit his place.
That's interesting, eh? I feel like we don't really get these kind of scenes where none of the main cast is in it, and it's just what,
no.
what the characters are
He'll
doing.
probably send them back on a blotter.
I want to talk to this creep. Now listen, sweetheart, the Federation's moving in. We're taking over.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Okay, baby, cool them until I flag you.
You don't know what you think you're talking about.
Get with it, I'm giving the orders here.
Hello. Hello?
All those gangsters are just wearing long johns and one pieces under the suits. It's terrible.
Coming over there with a couple of my boys, and we're... Mother!
I would advise you to keep down in Oxmix.
I would advise you.
This is so good. This episode is one of my favorites already. This.
All right, you know what to do.
Where are my pants? I got it.
Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You're gonna run it like a business.
All I see here is you and a couple of your boys.
They got a ship. I know. I was there.
Beam them all up.
I'm not gonna believe my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, just beam them all up. You beam one. Why not just all of them?
Quiet! Just a moment.
I only saw 3 guys in that ship.
Yeah, why aren't you just beaming them all up? Why have the conversation down here?
My boys will put you down. Give me the hardware.
Hey, that's great, Krakow.
I'm gonna be the big boss in this here territory.
All right, but at least let me call my ship one last time and say goodbye.
Just beam everyone up. Hey, don't forget to check out our Patreon for these exclusives, and our merch link is in the description box below. And now back to the movie.
This is Coit.
Coit.
Enterprise, Scott here, sir.
Fire bursts in a 1-block radius.
Orbital bombardment. Let's do this.
Hey, that's some trick.
Okay, Kirk, so we get the message. I'm a peaceful man at heart, but I'm sick and tired of all these hits. There's too many bosses. We can't get anything done.
Fella, you would be the top boss. We'll be back every year to collect our cut.
That sound reasonable to you?
Yeah. Reasonable, Mr. Oxmix.
That's the resolution? What?
Oh my god.
That is a terrible plan.
You two have
to
been
guide
brooding
the
ever since we
SWAT
returned to the
team.
ship. It's logical to leave a criminal organization in charge.
Is that so different from governments?
I propose that our cut be put into the planetary treasury. Conventional responsibilities. Isn't that logical?
So he's basically opened up a savings account for the planet.
What's your beef?
Oh, God.
I don't know. I think I left it in Bella's office. I left my communicator.
The translator is the basis for every important piece of equipment we have.
Just go back and get it. Beam down and up.
In a few years, the Iosians may demand a piece of our action.
What? Oh, and it just kind of At the end, just everyone's throwing all the pages in the air, like, whatever.
Yeah, that just... The last 5 seconds just fell apart. What the?
Yeah, that was
happened?
hilarious. Oh my god.
That is a goofy ass episode, and I really liked it. It's a common problem I'm noticing is that they set up these big things and then like it all gets resolved really quickly in the last
fast,
5 minutes, and it doesn't feel like there was enough time given to it. But again, because it's such a silly episode, I guess it doesn't really matter that Kirk's plan for this civilization is just so flawed and doomed to fail.
It's so funny.
I hope they revisit though. Like,
I hope so too.
Like, freaking Bella is like in his 60s?
Yeah.
What happens when he dies? It's just another power vacuum and immediately back to anarchy and like gangs and warlords again. So
yeah, I was very surprised. Like they could have been like, oh no, we have to change the way they see things.
Yeah.
To move away from this, like how they, the day to day that they are currently at. But instead they're like, no, we're just gonna lean into it and make a deal the way they like. It was just like, well, that doesn't
just have monarchy instead. Like that's not better. That's not that much better than what you.
But it's not even like that was just the tiniest change.
Yeah,
they still live their lives with everyone holding Tommy guns or like, that's so funny.
It's a for fun episode clearly. So I guess it doesn't really matter how that concluded. But that civilization is. It's over. To communicate, like, why did they add that at the end? It doesn't.
Well, I think what they're hinting at is that like the communicator is now the new book. They're going to be like, what is this? They're going to learn about it and it's going to change everything again.
Right. And I guess it feels like they decided to end it with a joke, right?
Another
like
joke. Yeah.
So I guess that works.
It was the communicator and then the freeze frame was the but-um-bumch. Like
I feel really bad for those people because they just
it's brutal. Like they're kids. The fun for those kids was pretending to shank people.
Yep.
In the street.
That's yeah. Yeah.
We have reached projected point 3, Captain.
Thank you, Mr. Spock.
All thanks to the Starfleet.
I feel like she could have just handed him the
No, really, Commissioner. The chances of anyone contracting it are literally billions to 1.
I've been forced to leave before my job was done.
We'll have you back to your job in time for you to prevent that war.
That's so intense. That's some pretty high stakes.
So is the disease gonna have her change over time into something else? Hey, this is a new set.
Will you check your automatic scanner, please?
Hey, right? Have we been here?
We've been in a shuttle before.
But this one,
I'm not sure.
It's odd. I've never seen
rose
anything
green.
like that.
Nor have I.
I think those circular things are new.
Heading directly toward us at warp speed.
Sensor readings, Mr. Spock.
Vaguely like a cloud of ionized hydrogen.
Neither to the pond. Fill all power relays.
Yikes.
Captain, what's happening? I demand to know.
You already know as much as we do.
Now on course 98, mark 12.
There's nothing I can do about it.
Then I insist you make your scheduled rendezvous with the Enterprise.
You might as well sit back and enjoy the ride.
Sing it. You should do it when you're 6 so it'll sound even more
Oh my
off.
god. Bad things would happen.
Metamorphosis.
Enterprise, this is the Galileo. Come in, please.
Yeah, they've been in the Galileo. I just don't recognize the set.
We're not transmitting.
I think they did some upgrades since last season for the shuttle.
Totally suitable for human life.
All right, we get out and get under.
Just how long am I supposed to stay inside, Captain?
I mean, we're keeping with like the commissioner or ambassador trope of them being annoyed with everything that's happening.
Yeah, seriously. It's just like there's way bigger problems, lady, than what you want to do.
I mean, fair. Like, I'd be scared and worried and stuff, but like...
She didn't seem afraid. She seems like, when can we leave?
Yeah.
Like, they're not choosing to be here.
Yeah, totally.
Most unusual. I would say quite impossible.
Nothing wrong, nothing works.
And I got the exact same readings almost as Spock got when we were pulled off course. More unstable, tenuous.
Okay.
Get a physiological reading on that, whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
I'm not imagining you, am I?
We're real enough.
Earth people?
From the Federation.
I'm Cochrane. I've been marooned here who knows how long. Beautiful one at that.
It's my first officer, Mr. Spock.
You're a Vulcan, aren't you? Food to a starving man.
Boy, he's been alone for a long time. Okay.
Yikes.
Hey, that's a nice ship. Been trying to get her to go again? Everything checks out perfectly.
We were forced off our course.
Which seems to be on the surface of this body at the moment.
There's some sort of damping field down here. Power systems don't work. Take my word for it.
How did you get here?
Marooned, I told you.
But like left or crashed or...
I can even offer you a hot bath.
It's a long way off the beaten path.
That's right.
Ooh, is he an alien that can shapeshift into whatever? And this time it's human?
Sure a beauty.
Metamorphosis.
Yeah,
Maybe new
but
to you.
like
Mr. Spock.
Bones' thing wouldn't notice?
He literally biologically changes? I don't know. I mean, they've encountered like new species they've never even thought existed many times.
It looks familiar.
Familiar. We gotta get underway soon, Jim.
Take Cochrane up on his offer.
Not bad. Not Earth, of course, but it's livable.
Oh man, he's just playing a one-man survival game.
Yeah.
Yeah, punching trees, get the wood.
You gotta punch the trees.
Must you keep it so terribly hot in here?
Oh, it was quite a hike here. You're tired. Just take it easy for a while. Temperature, Captain. First sign.
What is it?
Oh god, we're gonna have to pan through all their faces. What is it? Show me. Well, they've met gas-formed beings before, so...
But like that thing brought them here.
I suspect it was the same entity which brought us here.
I'm not just requesting an explanation, mister. I'm demanding one.
It was the companion.
The what?
Companion?
I was almost dead. The companion saved my life.
You seem perfectly all right now. What was the matter?
I was an old man. Well, I don't know how it did it, but the companion rejuvenated me.
I prefer to reserve judgment on that part of your story, sir.
It exists, it lives, and I can communicate with it.
Is it like that episode again with the gas form and it's just collecting?
I don't know.
Do you have a first name?
Zephram.
The discoverer of the space warp?
That's right, Captain.
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything.
He's a character that appears in the future in different things?
Yeah.
Cool.
I said something.
Oh, no, it's fine. That's...
I recognize the name Cochrane, but what? What? How? What?
I was 87 years old when I came here. I was gonna die, and I wanted to die in space, that's all. How do you feel?
Terrible.
Can the thing heal her?
Yeah.
These instruments, they date from the time indicated.
The food, water, gardens, everything else I need, the companion gives me.
Perhaps you can find out what we're doing here.
You won't like it.
I already don't like it.
You're here to keep me company.
Ah!
I told her I'd die of loneliness.
Jesus. Wow, she went from 0 to 100 really quickly.
I think like the disease that she has is like more intense than we think.
Maybe,
it is.
yeah. I hope so, because
Like,
that was...
That's why she's so upset. Is like now she thinks she's gonna die here.
You don't think it's a 60s thing of just a woman being hysterical?
Oh, well, that too. I mean, women are hysterical. There's no doubt about it.
I intend to do whatever is necessary to get us off this planet. You want to leave here?
Immortality consists largely of boredom.
Yeah, when you're by yourself, immortality is kind of pointless.
Yeah.
And awful, actually. It's a bit of a torture.
We cross fantastic distances, millions of planets with intelligent life. We haven't begun to map them. We'll need your help to get away.
You've got it.
Oh!
Could it cure her?
I don't know.
We're helpless. See if we can do something.
I just sort of clear my mind and it comes.
think of that? Symbiosis of some kind, sort of joining.
Seems kind of personal. Maybe they shouldn't look.
Love.
Oh, really shouldn't look then. I mean, yeah, he's been here for how many decades, so it's... Ugh.
We can expect nothing from the companion.
Meanwhile, Spock got zapped.
A most fascinating thing happened. Electric shock. Of respectable voltage.
Respectable voltage.
Anything that generates electricity can be shorted out. It will scramble every electrical impulse the creature can produce.
But he won't want to hurt it or something.
Companion saved my life. I suppose I even have a sort of affection for it. You could kill it. I won't stand for that, Kirk.
We're getting out of here, Cochran.
It has to be done.
Yeah, I mean, Cochrane showed up at the end of his life.
Yeah.
And given a new one, these guys...
Outside.
Are at their peak.
What was it they used to call it? The Judas goat?
What?
I don't know.
A goat that betrays you?
That's a bad goat. Oh, God.
It's a spicy gas now.
Oh, jeez.
You're killing them! You're choking them!
Maybe they think they were attacking him, and then it's like trying to protect him. I don't know.
You're all right, Jim. Yeah, Spock. All right. How do you fight a thing like that? Why not try a carrot instead of a stick?
Yeah, how do you figure out what the companion wants?
Yeah.
Translator is for use with more congruent life forms.
Adjust it. Change it.
If I could widen its pattern of reception.
Right down your alley, Spock. Get it here and get to work.
I don't care about your science jargon.
Yeah.
You know, I know it's because they're the main characters, they have to be in every episode to go on these adventures, but it's a really poor plan to like...
Position of the
shuttle. For the captain to always be...
Leadership to constantly be in the...
Yeah, totally.
Spherical sweep. Range maximum. Strong particle concentration.
Oh, it's a sad sound.
Steady as she goes, Mr. Sulu. There's no trace of expelled internal atmosphere. Something took over. Tractor beams, maybe.
There are no further traces. How are we going to follow them?
This device instantaneously compares the frequency of brainwave pattern.
Okay. I'm so glad there's finally some explanation to all this.
And it simply translates its findings into English.
Not 100% efficient, of course, but nothing ever is.
Hope it works.
This is interesting.
It's a female voice.
It is not a zookeeper.
No? A lover.
The man needs the company of his own kind. He felt it to me. The man needs others of his species.
Then let him go.
It is the nature of our species to be free.
Your bodies have stopped their peculiar degeneration. This is necessary.
Ask it about its nature, its history.
This isn't a classroom.
I mean, learning about it can also find ways to convey what you want. It's fascinating, though. I love it.
What you offer us, it is non-existence.
Your impulses are illogical. The man must continue. It is necessary.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. There's just like no reasoning with it.
Well, it's not even reasoning. It's that if a whole different species that different might not understand, like, can perceive things completely different, right? And won't understand basic concepts. Like, how do you describe color to a person that's born blind, right?
Yeah.
The idea of male and female are universal constants, Cochran.
No, it very much is. Universal constants. Not even on Earth there are species that don't have genders or sexes.
You're not a pet. Her attitude when she approaches you is profoundly different than when she contacts us. I do not totally understand the emotion, but it obviously exists.
Do you know what you're saying? That thing fed on me, used me. It's disgusting.
I didn't think he would be mad about that. I thought he, like, knew.
Your highly emotional reaction is most illogical. It may indeed have been quite beneficial.
Is this what the future holds? I'm not going to be fodder for any inhuman monster.
Yeah, I didn't think he would swing this direction, yeah.
A totally parochial attitude.
I don't want to die. I've never been loved. And he runs away from love.
We are continuing our search for the missing shuttlecraft. 7,000 bodies of sizes running from types A to M.
All right, then. We'll do it the hard way. And we'll look them over one by one.
The man must continue.
You're condemning him to an existence he will find unbearable.
He remains forever.
You speak of his body. You regard the man only as a toy.
The man is the center of all things.
You haven't the slightest knowledge of love. You are two different things. You can't love. You will always be separate.
Can this creature
do
a metamorphosis and become human?
Yeah, maybe that's...
Love sometimes expresses itself in sacrifice.
Oh.
What?
She took over the body?
She's not sick at all. It's a companion.
Does the Commodore want this?
If they had a talk and was like, I'm sick and dying, if we join, I won't die, like, then yes?
I guess she agreed.
Those who knew was the commissioner and the companion.
You do not have the power to create life.
We are one.
This is a strange episode.
We've never frightened you before. This is loneliness. Oh, Zephram, it's so sad. How do you bear it this long?
Check out the shuttlecraft. Engine, communications, everything.
Your vehicle will operate as before.
She needed a physical body to feel it? Okay.
Or like she needed to join with the lady to... Yeah.
You're very beautiful.
Let me feel the earth against my feet.
We have a few things to do.
So if they have a good time, he can say, it was a gas.
It's the captain.
I gotta go.
Perfectly all right. Can you get a fix on us?
The helm is computing your position now, Captain. 57 minutes. We'll be there in 57 minutes, sir.
Just in time to watch an episode of Haunting on Hill House.
There's 1,000 planets out there. 1,000 races. Maybe I can
That's kind of sad.
make up a little for everything you've done for me.
I can't go with you, Zephram. If I should leave it for more than a tiny march of days, I'll cease to exist.
You gave up everything to be human? But even if you stay here, you'll eventually die.
I have many thoughts about this, which I'll wait.
You must be free, Zephram Cochrane.
Yeah, I have many questions. Look at that pine cone.
Just one giant pine cone in the middle.
If I do, she'll die. If I leave her, she'll die of loneliness. I can't leave her. I love her.
There's a whole galaxy out there waiting to honor you.
You'll both grow old here. I've got the feeling it's one of the pleasanter things about being human. I might even try and plant a fig tree. A man's entitled to that, isn't he?
Yes, yes. Every man is entitled to one fig tree.
Now that I see her, touch her.
I haven't received mine.
Oh.
Don't tell them about me.
Not a word, Mr. Cochrane. Federation can find another woman somewhere who'll stop that war.
He just so casually throws that out. Just, yeah, I'll be another woman to fix the war.
Oh my god.
And then it just ends.
Yeah, that was a special one. I really liked it, but there's so many things that are like, wait, what? Like,
yeah, there's some really good grand concepts here, I think. They've touched upon the whole like loneliness and a purpose for living quite a few times, and I get that, and I like that idea. And I do have quite a few questions and thoughts.
Yeah.
If I understood correctly, the companion didn't understand love or loneliness until it merged.
It was human.
Why? Just like, why in the first place does she want to keep Cochrane around? I know he landed here.
Wait, no.
Like,
So sorry. So okay, no. The companion felt love, but didn't understand loneliness, and the commissioner has never felt love, but could relay loneliness.
Right.
Because of the lack of love.
But the companion didn't understand love when they were using the translator, no? She kept saying, I don't understand this. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, she doesn't understand the concept, but she felt love towards Zephram Cochrane.
Right, okay.
Here's what I need from that we didn't get is like a scene where the companion like takes over or like communicates with the commissioner, and we get an exchange of like, I am gonna die, yes, like let's merge, and my body will live, and we will live in the same body together, and you know, like, because that happened. I
mean, like we grasp, you can gather that that's what happened.
I know, but not like not seeing it made it feel weird to me. Yeah, just like the reveal of like her standing there and be like, we are here now, and we are we.
Yeah.
Deep Space Station K7 now within sensor range, Captain.
Good. How close will we come to the nearest Klingon outpost?
Close enough to smell them.
The Battle of Donatu 5 was fought near here 23 solar years ago. Sherman's planet is claimed by both sides, our Federation and the Klingon Empire.
Captain, I'm picking up a subspace distress call.
It's called one emergency. That's a disaster call.
Captain's log, stardate 4523.3. More than an emergency, it signals near or total disaster.
Men phasers armed and ready, sir.
It's just absolutely peaceful. Lieutenant Uhura, break subspace silence.
I must apologize for the distress call. Well, perhaps you better beam over, and I'll try to explain.
You'd better be prepared to do more than that.
Can't explain over a call? I guess something he needs to show. Oh, is it Tribbles or whatever? It's on the station, I guess, yeah.
Why did you issue a priority 1 distress call?
That was my order.
He's out from Earth to take charge of the development project for Sherman's planet.
Undersecretary in charge of agricultural affairs in this quadrant.
I want them posted around the storage compartment.
Storage compartments.
Why did he repeat that twice? What?
I don't know.
Quadrotriticale.
I don't know what that was, but I love it so much.
Is a rather Quadrotriticale is a high-yield grain.
It's the only Earth grain that will grow on Sherman's planet. Klingon agents may try to sabotage it.
I like that you can see the Enterprise in the background.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Couldn't you at least post a couple of guards?
Sherman's planet affair is of extreme importance to the Federation.
Beam down 2 and only 2 security guards.
For someone so high-ranking, and he would just send to him. I'm surprised he didn't just bring people.
Yeah.
If it's so important.
Klingons would not enjoy seeing us successfully develop Sherman's planet.
She wants to shop, and I thought I would help her.
Thanks to you, I already have enough spike and flame gems.
Anterian glow water.
May I hold it?
What is it?
It's a tribble.
Oh, I was not expecting that.
Oh, it's furry.
He won't bite, will he?
Oh, it's an invasive species, isn't it? We're dealing with grain.
6 credits, not a credit more. 7.5.
Little lady is 6 credits, a figure of a reasonable markup.
That's so stupid that they're doing this, right?
Yeah, it's horrible.
Like, shoot, why don't you just buy directly from the...
This one.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, I'm pleased to give it to the lovely little lady here.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's gonna be an invasive species, isn't it? It has to be. They're dealing with grain, a planet they're trying to develop, and then this harmless-looking creature is gonna be like cane toads in Australia.
Little puffball.
Captain, it is not necessary to remind you of the importance to the Federation. You will render any aid and assistance which Undersecretary Barris may require.
Lovely. But not totally unexpected.
Sensors are picking up a Klingon battle cruiser.
It's just sitting there.
Captain, I have Mr. Lurie.
There's a Klingon warship hanging 100 kilometers off your station.
The captain of the Klingon ship is sitting right here in my office.
Okay.
We'll beam right down.
Interesting, though. The title is called Trouble with Tribbles, but we're dealing with Klingons right now.
Their intentions are unknown.
Ah, my dear.
They're still just people looking. When do they get the weird heads?
The purpose of my presence here is to invoke shore leave rights.
Shore leave?
We do not equip our ships with non-essentials. You cannot refuse us.
Mr. Lurie is in charge of those matters.
I don't want them here, but I don't have the authority to refuse.
You may indeed bring your men down on Shorely.
There's been no formal declaration of hostilities.
Oh God, posture, Scotty.
She had had babies.
Well, I'd say in that case you got a bargain.
Okay, they reproduce like crazy.
Trilling seems to have a tranquilizing effect on the human nervous system.
Do you mind if I take one of these down to the lab? I won't harm a hair on its head.
They're gonna repopulate like crazy. If that's just one day.
Kirk, this station is swarming with Klingons.
The only reason those guards are there is because Starfleet wants them there.
Kirk's got some serious attitude in
Yeah.
this episode.
May I ask where you'll be?
Sick bay. What do you got for a headache?
Let me guess, the Klingons.
How do they...
I haven't figured that out yet. Do you know what you get if you feed a tribble too much? You got a whole bunch of hungry little tribbles.
Avoid trouble with the Klingons.
I'll tell them before they go, sir.
I want you to go, Shorty. Make sure that everybody stays out of trouble. Enjoy yourself.
All right, so like one tribble is gonna make into a grain storage and then just eat all of it in like no time and turn into thousands, tens of thousands.
Oh my God.
Because they said it's high yield grain, right? So
Okay. Yeah.
Fred.
No thanks.
Perhaps one of you other gents? Klingons! Can I interest you in a harmless little tribble? Can't understand it. I've never seen him act this way before. Take it away.
Ah.
A tribble for a spot. A tribble. Tribble?
How long is this gonna keep going for?
The Earth is like those fuzzy things. They remind me of regulant bloodworms. Kirk may be a swaggering dictator.
Easy, lad. Haven't you heard what he called the captain? Forget it. Now drink, you drink.
That was his drink.
Just wine? Yeah.
We like the Enterprise. Old rust buckets.
Oh,
He's
Oh,
designed
that's
like-
where. Oh,
because he loves the ship.
Don't you think you should rephrase that?
And it should be hauled away as garbage.
Here we go. All right. Yeah, I mean, you threw first punch. That's.
he just leaves.
The bartender really does have like funny movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This is a really long scene.
Yeah.
The insults went for a while because he spoke so slowly, and then.
Which is longer, this fight scene or the fight scene in They Live?
Well, this is multiple people.
That's true.
Okay, this is starting to get longer than They Live.
Yeah, I think so. This is crazy.
And it's not even a movie. It's a 50-minute episode or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, that's very funny. That's very like 60s TV. That's that whole
Yeah.
thing.
Stardate 4525.6. I am forced to cancel shore leave for both ships. Freeman, who started the fight?
I don't know, sir.
You started it, didn't you?
No, sir, I didn't.
Well, who did? I want to know who threw the first punch.
Scotty has to say that
Yeah,
he
I'm
did.
surprised he's not stepping up because he
Yeah.
usually seems like he would just admit it.
Yeah, he's like very honest and
Yeah.
You were supposed to prevent trouble.
maybe
Mr.
he's just
Scott.
ashamed.
I did, Captain.
You did, Mr. Scott?
They insulted us, sir.
Must have been some insult.
Chekhov wanted to, but I held him back.
You helped.
The Klingons say, is this off the record?
No, this is not off the record.
Overbearing, swaggering dictator with delusions of godhood. Then they said that you were...
I get the picture, Scott.
And I didn't see that it was worth fighting about.
Kirk's ego is just like, hey.
They call the Enterprise a garbage scow.
That's when you hit the Klingons.
Yes.
Does Kirk love this ship as much? No.
Not because they...
Well, sir,
Scotty, you're restricted to quarters until further notice.
Oh boy. Yeah, okay.
There's something disquieting about these creatures. They remind me of the lilies of the field. No practical use for them.
Does everything have to have a practical use for you?
You're a scientist too. How are you not immediately seeing the red flags?
It is a human characteristic to love little animals.
They do indeed have one redeeming characteristic. They do not talk too much.
They're so funny. They're just like balls of fluff.
I'm surprised these guys warranted another episode in the future series. I guess the idea of ecological disaster is a pretty,
coming up to the bridge?
Good plot point to have. And they distract the crew. That's the other problem.
Lieutenant Uhura, how did all these tribbles get on the bridge?
Well, don't look at me. It's the tribbles who are breeding. Well, the nearest thing I can figure out is that they're born pregnant. It seems they're bisexual, reproducing at will.
The figures are taking an alarming direction.
They do give us something, Mr. Spock. They give us love.
Maintenance crew will clean up the entire ship. Have him find Cyrano Jones and hold him.
Can't bring this to the planet down below. It's gonna destroy everything.
I've done nothing to warrant such severe treatment.
Oh, really?
You have, so to speak, removed the cork from the bottle.
But breeding animals is not against regulations. Now, if you'll excuse me.
To sell an instruction and maintenance manual.
You have taken this entire very important project far too lightly.
It is you I take lightly.
Jesus.
I hope there's some like lore that this guy like slapped his mom one time or something. He just
like it seems very out of character for Kirk to be so insubordinate, you know, to someone.
My assistant here has kept Mr. Jones under close surveillance. Was involved in that little altercation between your men and the man from his ship.
Go on.
Within the Klingon sphere of influence less than 4 months ago.
He is also a Klingon spy.
He's never broken the law, at least not severely.
But he is after my grain!
Do you have any proof of that? Sometimes all they need is a title, Mr. Barris. I have a ship to tend to. Au revoir.
Holy crap.
It's bad.
At what point does the crew...
My chicken sandwich. Coffee.
Think of this as invasive species.
I want these things off the ship. I don't care if it takes every man we've got. I want them off the ship.
They're into the machinery, all right. And they're probably in all the other food processors.
There are vents of that type on the space station.
And in the storage compartment.
We're beaming down.
Come on, Spock.
I really hope, I'm just hoping right now that they're not gonna make Uhura the unfortunate trope of like, but they're cute even if it's doing like destruction. And still, you know what I mean?
It's funny that he's just carrying one of them around.
It's not working, sir. It seems to be stuck.
Yeah, let me try.
Wow.
Oh,
what were these props originally
outrageous.
for? Or did they really make that much for one episode?
No, they must have reused them.
It must have been from something else, right? Like, yeah, I wonder where.
Oh no, I mean like I'm sure they like got like fake fur and like made these things, but like in certain scenes, I'm certain that they like reuse them.
But still, like this is a huge amount. So afterwards, they get turned into something else. Like, what happens? Like, look at that.
Kirk, I am going to hold you responsible.
1,771,561.
And that's assuming that they got here 3 days ago.
You are responsible for turning the development project into a total...
He just keeps getting hit by them.
You have insulted me. You have ignored me. You walked all over me. This is a result. I am going to hold you responsible. All we have to do is quit feeding them. We quit feeding them, they stop breeding.
Oh, this is one of those episodes where Bones is a terrible doctor.
A lot of them are dead.
Oh.
A lot of them are alive.
Bones, I want the tribbles, the grain, everything analyzed.
Well, that's so sad.
Really, Simone?
Yeah.
There's an entire colony of people needing that grain. They're gonna die of starvation.
No, it sounds like something was wrong with the grain.
They will roast you alive.
Until that board of inquiry, I'm still a captain. Close that door.
just keeps getting hit with them. It's so great.
Few questions.
Captain Kirk!
You've harassed my men. You've treated them like criminals.
That will give them the wedge they need to claim Sherman's planet.
Captain Kirk has already given it to us.
I'd like to know just what happened.
Remarkable.
Hold on.
Saboteur.
I can't understand it. The last time I saw one act this way was at the bar.
Okay.
Why, you're right, Mr. Jones.
You're gonna come back with some more report, Bones? They have fur?
Tribbles are very perceptive creatures, Captain.
Obviously.
Mr. Barris, they like you. Well, there's no accounting for taste.
Just jabs him every chance he gets.
They don't like you, Mr. Darvin. I wonder why.
Heartbeat is all wrong. This man is a Klingon.
What?
Klingon?
Oh, yes, it was poisoned.
Poisoned?
The more the organism eats, the more inert matter is built up.
They starved to death in a storage compartment.
Wow, the Tribbles kind of like saved all the people.
I guess, yeah.
I poisoned the grain, take them away. And the Tribbles had nothing to do with it. You have 6 hours to get your ship out of Federation territory.
Okay. I have so many conflicting thoughts about this.
Well, Captain, one little Tribble isn't harmful.
The penalty is 20 years in a rehabilitation colony.
And they did help you to find the Klingon agent.
Pick up every Tribble on the space station.
It would take years.
17.9.
All right.
You'll do it.
I'll do it.
17 years.
Or like 20 years in prison. I
Prison
guess
might be better.
I don't know, yeah.
Captain, Starfleet was able to divert that freighter.
I don't see any Tribbles around here.
Oh, Captain, it was really Mr. Spock's recommendation.
Well, it was Mr. Scott who performed the actual engineering.
They're really milking some of the scenes.
Are they all like in his quarters?
Well, where did you transport them? You didn't transport them into space, did you?
I gave them a very good home, sir.
Where?
I gave them to the Klingons.
Oh. Jesus Christ.
I love it so much.
I have so many thoughts about this.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's a fun episode, but I guess maybe because I went in with a different expectation. Because there are numerous episodes of Star Trek that we've seen so far that are very like forward thinking in terms of societal ideas and like, you know, like grand ideas and grand concepts, right? And they've done quite a few of those. So I was expecting this to be one of those ones as soon as I realized they were invasive species. I thought it was going to be about ecological stuff.
Right.
Like I thought it was going to be one of those episodes. So I was like, but it keeps turning into a joke. And
no,
then
it's just, it was a silly episode.
Yeah. And then none of the characters seems to come to that conclusion. And it makes me think now that like, when did the idea of certain species should not be brought into, you know,
that's a good question.
Even on Earth, like cane toads in Australia, you know what I mean? Like
when did that happen?
I don't know. I actually don't know off the top of my head. So like when was that concept, that idea of like, hey, we need to actually not bring things to other biomes, you know, without care, because it would destroy it. I thought that's where they were going, and no one ever came to that conclusion. So I started thinking halfway through, like maybe this is before that concept became a widely like known thing.
Yeah, we'll have to do some research.
Yeah.
The reading's growing strong.
It's been a long time.
George Takei did a movie or something and he was busy.
Something is attempting to attract our attention.
What's causing it?
I do not know. Hundreds of light years past where any Earth ship has ever explored.
Uh-oh, it's green.
It is much older than Earth. Its atmosphere was totally ripped away. No life of any kind.
So not Class
M.
Oh, okay. I guess we're doing godlike beings again.
This closer distance, I can speak
jeez.
I am as dead as my planet.
So far seems like some eternal god being.
Mm-hmm.
Decided to risk the potential dangers.
Senso is registering some form of energy.
Rescue us from oblivion.
Rescue us.
100 miles of solid rock.
Have no fear.
Okay.
Suitable for human life support. I wish to inspect whatever this is that lived that long ago.
It is full of unknowns, and we can't risk both of us being off the ship. Perhaps the Sargon would like you to come with us.
The Sargon has just just been talking to them. Why
Yeah.
stop now?
That's so weird.
You could materialize inside solid rock.
It could destroy us just standing here.
Dr. Ann Mulhall, astrobiology. I did receive an order to report here for duty.
But why is it so romantic?
Because she's a lady and he's Kirk.
Yeah.
If you prefer to stay behind,
I might as well take a medical look at whatever this is.
Oh, what was that?
Captain, the security guards.
They're fine, Captain. They just didn't dematerialize.
This vault was constructed about 500,000 years ago.
composition of walls.
An alloy or substance completely unknown to me.
The air seems fresh. It must be recirculated somehow. I am Sargon. Your readings will show energy, but no substance.
Pure energy. Matter without form.
Although our minds were infinitely greater, our vessels were colonizing this galaxy. Perhaps your own legends of an Adam and an Eve were two of our travelers.
Life on our planet Earth evolved independently.
It was so long ago, and the records of our travels were lost in
Oh, I can't remember. It was so long.
6,000 centuries.
Perhaps your intelligence wasn't so great.
And we survived our primitive nuclear era, my son.
You said you wanted our help. What is it you wish?
Oh my God.
Just a moment, Doctor.
Beaming information.
Sargon.
Jesus.
Never mind.
He is unharmed.
Bones. Put the gun down.
That is still Jim's body.
They completely took over the ship in an instant.
Yeah.
What, you think a little gun's gonna do anything?
I wanted him to like start an interpretive dance.
Arteries surging. Blood again.
He wants a physical body. He wants a host.
Yeah.
Be again.
Give him a body that have IBS and he'll regret it.
Can you exchange places again when you wish?
His mind generates insufficient energy.
Oh, so his conscience is just trapped inside a ball, unable to speak.
That's messed up.
In the next room, there are other receptacles. We require your bodies also, so that we may live again. Under us, 500,000 years was almost too long to wait.
Also, is this going to be the explanation why so many species are bipedal, whatever? Because they all spawn from this.
I'm pleased you survived.
And how Vulcans and humans can interbreed.
It has been so very long. Thalesa, my wife, as you may have guessed, in order to preserve our essence, the seed that we had planted on other planets would take root.
These others, they were stored differently than you.
And then one day, my mind touched your vessel. Only that you should lend us your bodies for a short time. I will return your captain to you before the body limit has been reached to build humanoid robots.
Then you intend to construct mechanical bodies.
We have engineers, technicians. Why can't they build your robots?
Our skills are far beyond your abilities.
But you're killing Kirk.
Okay.
Is it you, Jeff?
Well, that can't feel good to come back to a
No.
body that has a 200-something heart rate and burning up. I'm probably so hungry.
Borrowed my body. I was floating. For an instant, we were one. I know what he is and what he wants.
Okay.
You could be suffering from a form of false euphoria.
Sargon.
I understand, my son. We can wait a few more hours.
And what if we should decide against you?
What?
What?
Happens every day.
Scotty, I need your approval, too. They were working with us. They'll be inside us, and...
They can leave this planet. Travel back with us.
Engineering advances. Vessels this size.
They're giants, and we're insects beside them.
Well, you don't really get to say no then if they are giants next to you insects.
I'm willing to host Thalace's mind. The opportunity is an extraordinary one.
A starship engine the size of a wallet.
That's where Oh, I like Scotty. He's so easy to, like, read.
We'll all be deeply involved.
Why? Let's not kid ourselves if there is no potential danger in this.
Dr. McCoy is right. The possibility and advancement is equally great. Risk is our business. That's why we're aboard her.
You chew that scenery.
Yeah, he's just eating it up.
That's great.
Do I hear a negative vote? Stand by to beam aboard 3 receptacles.
We're gonna have to monitor this very carefully.
Yes, sir.
I mean, so far this is a very unique episode in that they're not.
Yeah.
And I hope they stick with this, that they're not, like, malicious.
No, yeah, I really hope that they're not, because I like this.
I like this concept, so I hope they stay as not evil.
Yeah.
Like, at best, maybe they just, like, push it a little too far and have to be reined in or something. Like, that's...
Yeah, or like, well, we've only heard Sargon speak, and he and Kirk were connected, so Kirk knows what he's up to. But maybe one of the other ones pushes it too far or something like that.
Yeah.
Hello.
Thank you.
Is this like her dream right now? Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's Sargon's wife, right?
Yep.
How does that work?
Sargon and his wife just need a few hours alone.
Hours.
Days.
You knew where the head is.
Here.
That's why they did the romantic thing at the beginning, the music. I mean, I get it though. Like, literally being floating energy in a ball next to each other for 500,000 years. How many millions of years? 500,000 years?
Yeah, they said 500,000 years.
Which is even crazier that you still want the other person.
So long.
Do they not have cloning technology at this point in
I don't know.
Star Trek? I feel like that would be risk-free.
I'm surprised the Vulcans never conquered your race. This Vulcan body is accustomed to a higher metabolism. Get out before you kill them.
We will vacate at once.
I'll prepare the formula, Sargon.
We will vacate at once.
Yikes, that was like no time at all. That like
Yeah. It's a good way to lose weight though. Get someone to get them to host your body for like 10 minutes and you just burn so much energy.
Sounds great.
It was close, Jim. We reduced the heart action and the bodily functions to normal. This hypo you will code mark for Thalassa.
This hypo does not contain the same formula.
No, and no one else will notice.
But without the same formula, I wanted to say something. I've forgotten what it was.
He wants, what's her face, Thalassa.
He wants to be in power because it seems like Sargon's the leader.
Sargon would not permit me to keep this body. Enterprise medical log, stardate 4769.
Well, that's too bad. There's 2 good and 1 bad one.
All is proceeding as expected. I am filled with foreboding.
They all can hear you.
Yeah.
Say that.
Oh.
We sat beside a silver lake.
You held my hand like this.
Yeah.
I think it best not to remember so well.
Enjoy the taste of life while you can.
We can move among the people who do live. Our next injection will renovate me. Do not be concerned.
Come on, Nurse.
Yeah, don't do it.
Something wrong?
I had something to say. I am so pleased the way they are responding, Doctor.
Perhaps you'd care for me to administer the last few injections.
Thank you for asking.
Somehow we need to lead this to having Spock's... Oh no, but that will kill Spock too, so we can't just swap
It might not kill Spock because his body can hold on to the... can like host the creature thing.
A bit longer.
How will something that looks like a drop of jelly make this thing work? Tell you, lady, this thing won't work.
Why are you arguing with someone who's like...
Oh my
That
goodness.
is assuming you'll stop wasting your time.
Sorry, but what's the guy's name that's in Spock?
And when it wears out, we'll build another one. Sargon has closed his mind to a better way.
They're not ours, Hannah.
You said how good it was to breathe again, to feel, to live. Are these bodies too much to ask for in return?
Yikes. Makes sense though, like a manufactured body just would not be the same, but
I mean, yeah, I guess in 60s Android. It's not quite a T-1000 kind of thing, is it?
Sargon, what
Or
is
Deus Ex.
Nothing important.
Or Ex Machina, rather.
It is an excellent body.
In time, a host body will become accustomed to us, husband. Feel the touch of my hand, husband.
Our thoughts will intertwine.
oh god.
He's dead.
What?
They need to go back to that planet where they resurrect a dead person.
Do I list one death or two? Sargon is dead. But is Captain Kirk dead?
All his vital organs are now working, Doctor.
I'm gonna steal one of your phrase, Simone.
What's that?
This is my worst nightmare. This
What?
kind of a sci-fi lock-in syndrome.
Oh yeah, that's
Intended to leave Spock's body.
I'll add female features and some texturing. It is ready, Thalissa.
I cannot live in that thing. Many powers Sargon did not permit us to use.
And Hanok intends to keep Spock's body, of course.
I require only your silence. Isn't that
Jesus.
worth your captain's life? We can take what we wish.
yeah, it's true. They had like crazy powers.
A stranger to you.
I will not peddle flesh.
You are a prancing savage.
Oh my god.
I am pleased, my beloved.
What?
I have power even Hanok does not suspect, beloved.
So you saved Kirk already?
I don't know. This episode kind of fell apart a little bit.
I'm still into it. But yeah, no, it's a bit off the rails. Devious Spock is super hot. Okay.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
Door closed, the room shook for a little bit, and he's back to life.
I'm Anne Mulhall, back in my own body.
What? Ew, why is it all fuzzy like that now?
Spock's consciousness was in one of them. There is no Spock to return to his body.
It just unraveled completely.
Yeah, it really just fell apart.
Hey, Captain. Fortunately, Doctor, take the hypo from him and inject him with it.
What?
I guess she still had some agency.
Okay. And then he'll have to be magically fine somehow.
Yeah.
I could not allow your sacrifice of one so close.
Yeah. Don't worry, I grabbed his consciousness and I kept it in my little pocket.
Yeah. I am Space Wizard, and I did it. I think I have a summarized thought on what went wrong with this episode.
Okay,
Well,
sure.
I'll wait till after.
That Henoch would read your thoughts and believe it also. Henoch believed and fled the body.
Where was your consciousness kept?
The place Henoch would least suspect.
Mr. Spock's consciousness was placed in me.
Wow.
Our dream came true, I guess.
You can allow Thalassa and me to share your bodies.
Then Sar gone.
Terrible. You don't want a private room?
Yeah. What a spin that was. Oh.
Promise we'll be together forever.
Forever.
This is definitely one of the bottom episodes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. I like it a lot.
I'll
It's
explain
outrageous.
why in a bit. I'll explain why in a bit.
Well, I'm sure that
You definitely get like
Sargon.
He's still got that like smirk on his face.
It was beautiful.
It's okay. All right.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I think my problem with this episode, it's not the goofiness, those are all fun and whatever, right?
Yeah.
I think it's because this story is a series of things happening to our character,
Yeah.
not them making choices. They were just in it for a ride.
Oh, yeah. It was just
When you remove the ability for your characters, your heroes, to make any decisions, then it's just that you're just watching things happening to them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's no decisions for them to make. There's no like morality choices. There's no conflict for them. They're just being forced to do things.
Mm-hmm.
So it stopped being about the crew. It's just a story of like three invisible beings that we have no attachment to whatsoever.
Yeah.
Doing things. Like,
yeah.
And the way the things that they can do were presented poorly because they kept just adding quote unquote powers.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It was just, oh, we got stuck in this corner. How can we get out? I have another power.
Yeah. I can bring people back to life. And
yeah. I have another power now.
Yeah.
Oh, he has the same power, but he can't know what I do because I have more powers. Like it's yeah. So I think those are the two main problems that made it like it felt pointless.
Sure. Okay.
As a story. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. That's why I feel like it's
it's still one of my favorites, I think, just because like everyone's a little sexy.
Yeah, those are fun aspects of it. I think those are a really fun aspect, and it's really funny at points. But yeah, as a plot, I found it kind of weak.
Yeah. I also love that like the nurse is like finally gets to connect with Spock in a way that she'd never been able to before.
Yeah, like it seriously went from 0 to like 1,000 because it's a way that then no one else can possibly ever do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess Spock could like mind meld with people, so
it probably
but, like,
won't even be
would.
as. Would it be as intense as that though? Because she said we fused.
That's true. Yeah, it
Right.
was super intense.
Yeah, that's.
The Enterprise has moved back through time to the 20th century.
We're just starting like that.
Historical research, 1968. Leslie, begin census scan.
Like it's so that they can, you know, be in their actual time, right? The 60s.
It's incredibly powerful.
That's impossible.
What?
That sputtered beam can reach that far, not even in our century.
Shut it off, sir. It's locked. Our circuit's wide open.
What is it?
Okay. A James Bond villain? Like, who is that?
Mr. Seven?
Why have you intercepted me?
Security.
On our way, sir.
Please Please identify yourselves. It's impossible. In this time period, there weren't... You're going to have to beam me down to Earth immediately.
And so is he, I guess.
Yeah.
Careful, My name is Gary 7. I am a human being from the 20th century. I was beaming to Earth when you intercepted me. You interfere with me, with what I have to do down there. Every second we delay him could be dangerous. The planet I'm from wants to help Earth survive. A most difficult decision, Captain.
Big Bay.
McCoy.
Oh, no!
Jim, what's going on there?
Check the prisoner you'll find in security confinement. Even Spock's Vulcan neck pinch could stop him.
Oh, I've seen that image before. Spock with a cat.
What do you make of the cat, Mr. Spock?
Quite a lovely animal.
It's definitely a person just making those noises.
Supervisory personnel, lock into the briefing room. You've already been given as much information.
Our star maps show no habitable planets in that area of the galaxy.
Unable to analyze it. It was so powerful it fused most of our recording circuit.
Mr. Spock, historical report.
There will be an important assassination today.
Word orbital nuclear devices. One of this era's greatest problems. Holmes, hurry up with that report. Join me in the briefing room with your analysis.
Ooh. Gadgety gadgets.
Holy.
Oh, no. Whoa. Crazy.
Well, I must admit, the sensor readings seem too good. Totally perfect body.
So hot.
All you're telling me is that on the one hand he may be lying, and on the other...
All decks alert.
This is the captain. Inform us.
Mr. Captain.
Shut it off.
The cats escaped too.
Yeah.
It'll be the one of the most budget-friendly episodes because they're just walking around outside the studio. Oh God, what is that shot?
The cat noises.
Incredible that people can exist like this. At least we won't have to. Not for long.
Whoa.
Computer on.
Oh. This is so much fun.
Simply check my voice pattern.
Voice pattern matches, but I have no listing of a Gary 7.
You are ordered to override previous instructions and answer my question.
Please confirm identity as supervisor.
I caution you, I have little love for Beta 5 snobbery. Agents are male and female. Descendants of human ancestors prevent Earth civilization from destroying itself.
Incomplete.
We can estimate only within 1,000 meters or so where he beamed down.
If we ourselves do anything that changes history...
I'm aware of that.
United States today launching suborbital platform.
It's the same kind of nonsense that almost destroyed planet Omicron 4.
Set malfunction on United States rocket.
So they're like watchers of all these planets around the galaxy?
Yeah.
Making sure everything goes right?
Exactly 1 hour, 27 minutes.
Interesting. Oh.
I kind of like where this is going. If they stick on this path where the crew is actually kind of like the antagonist and he's actually just telling the truth and doing what's actually good.
Yeah.
Lead us to him.
Locked in.
Aesthetics.
Proceed 195 degrees.
For Spock.
Can't dock you if they don't know you're late. Oh, the subway got stalled.
Where have you been for the past 3 days?
Who are you anyway?
Where's 347? 201. Code responses are not necessary.
Maybe I just better call the police right now, huh?
Sit down. I'm Supervisor 194, codename Gary 7.
Interstellar traveling, but typewriters.
Did you see that? It's typing everything I'm saying.
Oh my God, this reminds me of like an Instagram video of like a grandma trying to use an iPhone and she accidentally hit the microphone button and the text is, oh my God.
Okay.
You're not acting, are you?
Acting? I'm leaving.
Hey. Computer on.
Scan unidentified female present.
Secretary employed by 347 and
Okay, so yeah, I was right. She was just the secretary for the two agents.
Although behavior appears erratic
cheese.
What the
I don't know.
Going on?
I don't know. This is hilarious.
Hey, I feel like we're watching a different show right now.
100%. Yeah. We've switched from Star Trek to like Doctor Who.
What do you think I am?
I don't know, Miss.
Well, what are you guys around here anyway? Some kind of government agents, huh?
Well, thank you, Isis. I'll be.
So weird.
Oh, don't let anybody in here. I'll be busy.
What?
I'm not questioning it. I'm just along for the ride.
Occurrence, automobile accident. Agents 347 and 201 were killed in...
Die in something as useless as an automobile accident.
Verified.
Okay, so he's gonna have to hire Kirk and Spock to do the job that was supposed to be done.
Go ahead, Scotty.
Proceed 5 meters.
Where's Mr. Seven?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. This is a government office. You can't come in here. Either
Mr.
one of you
Seven.
can come in here. Send the police. 811 East 68th Street, apartment 12B. You think you're doing, you big jerk? It's a big idea. Stop it. Don't go in it. Big idea.
It was so awkward. Here, we want you to struggle with him, but at the same time, you have to reach back and unknowingly just take off his hat perfectly with both hands.
No one is looking at that.
Attention. Stand by for launch area where T-minus 16 and counting.
Like it still feels like he's, like a 60s version of Men in Black. And our usual heroes with Kirk and Spock are actually interfering. But there are just some really odd scenes.
Oh, yeah.
Open up in there, police.
Wide scan, Scotty. We'll be moving. Spock in here.
The cops, too?
Charlie.
This episode is so funny.
They've changed the future forever.
Like it's trying to be funny. Like it's the comedic timing of like the cops going like Charlie, and then he gets like beamed back. Like it's It,
There it is.
I'll have to confirm this, Colonel.
oh my God.
All right, Sergeant.
It kind of is like the Men in Black blink. It's not so much a memory wipe, but it kind of is, right? And also be bliss.
Yeah.
Heading to the gantry. Sound alert.
Safety crew, clear launch pad.
When was the first like space launch in the States?
I should know
There's an
this.
old-style weather satellite in orbit below
I
us.
don't off the top of my head right now.
Because I feel like it's probably around this time. This is what it feels like.
I'll say it's this one then.
Or like before this, but like maybe the States was like had a big launch or was working on a big launch before or like around the time this episode was written.
Launch is in 40 minutes.
Launch director now on rocket gantry to confirm launch pad.
Man, if someone showed me like clips of this and was like, guess what TV show this is, I would never guess Star Trek.
Yeah, this is feels like this is another show. Like, you know what I'm starting to think now? Maybe there was another show they were trying to do and they scrapped it and then the pilot just got fused into a Star Trek episode.
Oh, that's funny.
Because there's long stretches without
anyone from Star Trek.
Yeah. And it's just following this guy. It almost feels like the main crew is the side characters this time.
Or is this actor guy, because he had like this guy as Mr. Seven, maybe he's like a really popular actor that we're just not familiar with.
Right.
It's like, oh yeah, I don't know.
the concept of his character and that introduction you mentioned, I feel like he's maybe originally meant as another TV show character. Like I can see.
He the first Doctor Who?
Isn't that show British?
Oh yeah, never mind.
The concept of his character, it just makes me think that he was like, it's enough to be a whole different character, a whole different show. A character that's like Guardians of Earth kind of thing, and like go back to different periods of time each episode to make sure things go right. And then they just didn't get picked up. How is he getting this view? This camera angle?
We have unidentified intruders, males, a pair.
Tell him I quit. And you can tell him I promise not to tell anybody.
See, she feels like she's written to be another character in another show.
I would watch this show. This is hilarious.
Yeah, if it's its own show, I would totally watch it too.
Yeah, I love this.
Yeah, she's the comedic sidekick character in another show.
What if it is a crossover episode that we just have no idea about because we didn't know the show existed?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Like maybe it just does exist and this is like a weird crossover. But also that and like the big room with all the old computers feels like real footage.
Yes, thank you. I know how to open it.
Oh my God, that cat is the best actor I've ever seen.
There's not much time.
Sputnik was 1958, right? I think. So couldn't have been a decade before the US did any space launches, so yeah.
The slightest possible charges will be brought against you.
No sign of trouble on my boards. Launch director confirmed status.
See this shot looks like it's a real.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like probably just footage from one of the many NASA launches that were broadcasted.
Yeah.
Leading up to the moon launch, the moon landing.
T-minus 13 minutes and counting.
Scotty came on set for like 12 minutes, just stand by a thing, and that's his entire gig for this episode.
Security.
All systems go.
Hello?
Yeah. You can see the wire, like the fish wire for like the handle of the door. I love this so much.
God, I hope there's no like other reveal of the cat info. It's
And
just a cat for the whole time. Just
oh, no. Cool.
Must have intercepted the Enterprise trying to beam me on board.
Spock and I in custody.
30 seconds to launch.
20 seconds. Mark. Stage is reporting ready for launch.
10 seconds.
9.
Oh my God. Just accidentally hits the Enterprise.
Can I still take over the rocket as planned? Exceiver on manual. Visual off. Are you jealous, Isaac?
Rocket altitude now 100 miles. Exceiver setting now 90. Second stage ready to detach.
Visual on.
Third stage igniting.
Begin malfunction. Take it off.
Rocket veering from planned course.
Malfunction. Rocket is deviating from programmed flight path.
Arm the warhead.
1.2.
just gonna bonk him over the head with it.
Sensor shows that the rocket has armed itself, Mr. Scott. There's still time to enter close orbit and destroy it with our phasers, sir.
I got to risk calling the captain.
Warhead status confirmed. She's armed herself somehow. Stand by to transmit destruct signal.
The warhead arm itself.
I don't know.
Transmit destruct signal.
I do care about my country, and you can't be CIA.
Computer rocket status.
Hold it, Mr. Seven.
6 minutes to impact.
Hold, just don't move.
6 minutes, World War III begins.
Boost the signal.
Boosting signal. Flight control, we have boosted destruct signal.
Yeah, we're no longer watching Star Trek. It's
No.
Something had come away from me.
Hello?
Signal. We're getting no response.
Make absolutely certain.
Be misdirected to Seven's apartment.
Auxiliary transmitters, she's still up there. Do you read? Descending and armed. Bermuda ground station report she's still up there.
They wouldn't come here in strange alien forms, the best of all possible methods.
We wonder if we're going to be alive when we're 30.
2 minutes.
Oh, no.
oh man, that was Oscar worthy.
I don't think that was her fault. I think that was the edit.
I think they could have done more takes.
Monitors show all major powers on full missile alert.
I can estimate some of this, Captain.
You may set those controls so we can't detonate that warhead.
There are only seconds. I'll need time to set it.
He's telling the truth.
Wait, what? Why do you suddenly believe him now?
If you can't handle it, I'm going to have to trust him.
You must rely on your human intuition.
There's more time. You can do your brain thing.
180 miles. 100.
There's a lot of counting.
141. Detonation. 104 miles.
And in spite of the accidental interference with history, the mission was completed. On this day in 1968.
As our record tapes show. Although
Oh my god. I'm so confused. This has to be its own TV show.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be its own show.
Would you mind telling me who that is?
That, Miss Lincoln, is simply my cat. What else do your record tapes show? Have some interesting experiences in store for them.
This is like a promo for a new show.
Yeah, it's gotta be, yeah. It's so odd.
It is really odd. It's I really like this episode though. It's not
Really?
Star Trek. Oh, but I had a blast. Like it you know, it was sluggish in certain areas, but I like this one. But it has to be, I don't know, the studio or it's like
It feels like it, yeah, it's meant to be another show. Like either they were launching
Yeah.
something or something got scrapped, it got fused in, whatever.
Well, even the line of like, oh, I'm sure these characters have more in store is like,
Yeah.
yeah, they're selling another show for sure.
If I try to rethink everything that happened as another show, then it was relatively enjoyable, despite sluggish parts. Even just for the fact that it wasn't everything solved in the last 5 minutes, it actually took some time to build to it. But because, I mean, we're watching Star Trek, so I think it's fair for me to go in to anticipate Star Trek.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
It was
like, I think it's the least amount of assumption I can make, which is I'm expecting to watch another episode of Star Trek.
Yeah.
That felt like we were watching an episode of another TV show that did a crossover with Star Trek, and Star Trek characters were the guest characters.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it though. I would watch that show. That looked like a lot of fun. Like funny
Yeah, I mean,
secretary.
It's a neat
guy
concept.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
Catwoman. I really like the Catwoman. We saw her for like a second. I was like, what the f? And then, but I'm on board.
So it looks like I'm just very quickly looking at Assignment Earth and some comments, some stuff on Reddit. Seems like it was a proposed TV show, but they never
Okay.
did the series.
Oh, bummer.
Okay. All right.
And with that, it concludes season 2 of Star Trek, the original series, which was weird.
Yeah. Number 1 and 2 is still my favorite. I wrote that down and I still have like very clear memories of it despite only watching it once.
Nice.
Particularly Spock mating season in his home planet.
Yes.
Oh man.
Oh goodness. Cool.
All right. Cool. That's I guess that's it.
Yeah.